I collect attributes in the apocalypse. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 251 Share 1. The Zhang family's mutagenic factor reserves are really sufficient, and they even have 50 tubes stored, Li Zihan said in surprise. Yes, if all 50 tubes of mutagenic factors are used to create evolvers, then 50 first-level evolvers can be created, Li Xianyun sighed. However, the Zhuang family and their Li family have the same practice. The mutagenic factors stored in the family will not be used casually, but will be used as rewards when they are needed. Otherwise, their two major families will not have mutagenic factors stored at all times. Grandpa, besides the mutagenic factor, there should be a lot of other gains, right? Li Zihan took a breath, looked in the direction of Lin Fan and the other two, and said, we can get so many gains. Lin Fan and the others are the first to bear the brunt and make great contributions. I think we should share some of our gains with them. After all, to be honest, we just met them, but they are willing to help us deal with the banker. If it were someone else, hearing that the banker is so powerful, I'm afraid they would want to stay out of it, so how could they get involved? From the beginning, Li Zihan thought that if this battle was won, she would have to share some things with Lin Fan, Muringzhu and Muringshan. She is not a stingy person. On the contrary, she is very generous and never stingy with friends. Besides, Lin Fan and the other two really helped the Li family a lot. Haha, my dear granddaughter, these grandpas must have thought about it a long time ago. Our ability to get rid of the banker is already the biggest gain. How could we not share these resources with Lin Fan and the others? Li Xianyun said with a big laugh. He also did not intend to let the Li family occupy these resources alone. The most important thing is that he thinks Lin Fan and others are indeed worth making friends with. With such friends, he may get more convenience and benefits in the future. There is no need to leave a stingy impression in front of Lin Fan for the sake of a little benefit now. By the way, Xiaohan, this time we not only got so many mutagenic factors, but also got level 3 energy crystals, Li Xianyun added. What? Li Zihan was shocked and said, even energy crystals. The Li family actually left the energy crystals unused. This is really an unexpected surprise. Yes, 2 energy crystals. Li Xianyun reached into his pocket while speaking and took out 2 things similar to balls. 2 level 3 energy crystals. Li Zihan's eyes fell on the 2 balls and could clearly see that there were 3 shallow horizontal bars on the front of the 2 balls. And these 3 shallow horizontal bars mean that they are level 3 energy crystals. Energy crystals are something that only level 3 zombies have. Evolvers can absorb the energy in them to speed up their own evolution and make themselves stronger. Before, she and Zhuang Lishan and others went to the mountains to train in order to find the 3rd level zombies and obtain the 3rd level energy crystals after killing them. But after that incident, they naturally did not obtain the energy crystals. Unexpectedly, the Zhuang family even preserved the energy crystals. If Zhuang Lishan absorbs these 2 energy crystals, he will be close to becoming a 3rd level evolver, Li Zihan said. Almost. Li Xianyun nodded and said, the effect of a 2nd level evolver absorbing a 3rd level energy crystal is very great. I was just thinking about this question. Why didn't Zhuang Fenglin give these 2 3rd level energy crystals to Zhuang Lishan? It's quite strange, Grandpa. Could it be that Zhuang Fenglin wants to keep them for his own use? Li Zihan guessed. If he wants to use them himself, he can absorb them at any time, so there is no need to keep them. Li Xianyun shook his head. Then why is that? Li Zihan's pretty face was full of doubts. I don't know either. Forget it. Let's not think about this problem. Anyway, these 2 level 3 energy crystals are in our hands now. Li Xianyun stopped worrying about Zhuang Fenglin's thoughts. After all, Zhuang Fenglin was already dead, and he couldn't go to Zhuang Fenglin to ask for clarification. Grandpa, what do you plan to do with these 2 level 3 energy crystals? Li Zihan's beautiful eyes flickered, and he asked curiously. What do you want Grandpa to do with it? Li Xianyun did not answer Li Zihan's question, but asked in return. Li Zihan opened his mouth, looking like he was about to say something but stopped. Seeing this, Li Xianyun laughed and said, do you want to give one to Lin Fan? Grandpa, how do you know I think so? Li Zihan was a little surprised. You are my granddaughter, how can I not understand you? Li Xianyun smiled and said, Lin Fan has helped our Li family so much. Although the third level energy crystal is very precious, without Lin Fan's help, we would not have these two third level energy crystals, so it is only natural to give one to Lin Fan. Li Zihan nodded heavily. She was just thinking about what to do if Li Xianun disagreed with her proposal to give a third level energy crystal to Lin Fan. Unexpectedly, Li Xianun saw through her thoughts at a glance and readily agreed to give one to Lin Fan. Xianun, tell Grandpa honestly, what is your impression of Lin Fan? Li Xianun asked directly. I have a good impression of Lin Fan. He has a good personality, is very cautious in doing things, is good to his friends, is generous and righteous, and seems to have no shortcomings, Li Zihan said. After saying this, she found that Li Xianun's eyes looked at her a little different. Grandpa, why are you looking at me like this? Li Zihan's eyes evaded slightly. Ziohan, you like Lin Fan, right? Li Xianun asked with a smile. Li Zihan blushed, and quickly shook his head, saying, no, you're still saying no? Grandpa can see it, right? Li Xianun said slowly. Lin Fan is indeed a very good young man, and his future is limitless. If you really like him, then your father and I will definitely not object to you being together. However, he also has Murengzu by his side. This little girl is also very good. You have to work harder. At the end of his words, Li Xianun almost said that Murengzu was a rival in love. Of course, he was not instigating Li Zihan and Murengzu to become enemies, but only in terms of emotional matters. Li Zihan and Murengzu might become rivals in love. Grandpa, let's talk about these things later. Let's count the things in the banker's house first. Li Zihan's face became redder and redder. She quickly changed the subject and did not continue to say anything more on this topic. Okay, count the things. Li Xianun smiled and nodded. He is old, so he can just mention the affairs of young people, but it is not easy for him to directly intervene. In short, no matter what choice Li Zihan makes, he will express his support. Chapter 252. Is it too much? During the subsequent inventory process, Li Zihan did not participate. Anyway, Li Xianun and the Li family were all there, and with them in charge of the inventory, there would be no omissions. She found an open space nearby to sit down and rest, but she kept thinking about the question that Li Xianun had just mentioned. After thinking for a long time, she came to a conclusion that she seemed to really like Lin Fan. Because Lin Fan's figure could appear in her mind at any time. Even before going to bed at night, she couldn't help but think about something about Lin Fan. If this doesn't prove that she likes Lin Fan, then there is probably nothing to like. But even if she likes him, she won't express her feelings to Lin Fan now. After all, Murengzu is by Lin Fan's side. Although Lin Fan and Murengzu have not admitted that they are in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, her woman's intuition tells her that the relationship between Lin Fan and Murengzu may not be that simple. At least, it is definitely not an ordinary friendship. An hour later, the inventory work of the Li family was finally completed. Li Xianun gathered the Li family's evolvers together and said loudly, although we have counted all the things, we still need to leave people to guard the Zhuang family. This place is very good. If there is a chance in the future, we can develop it as another base for our Li family. Now, I will select some people to stay. Those who are not selected will follow us back to the family. The Zhuang family and the Li family, the two major families, are located in two directions of Zhonghe City. The Zhuang family's manner is very good. It would be a waste to leave it abandoned after getting rid of the Zhuang family. Developing this place as another base for the Li family will have many benefits for the future expansion of the Li family. Therefore, this place must not be abandoned. Yes, hearing Li Xianun's voice, many Li family evolvers answered in unison. Li Xianun did not waste any more time and began to select some Li family evolvers. There were a total of 10 people, all of whom were second-level evolvers. Leaving 10 level 2 evolvers to guard this place, it can also be seen that Li Xianun values this place very much and does not want it to be occupied by other family forces. Remember, the 10 of you, if there are other family forces competing for this manor, then you will decide according to the situation. If you can beat the other party, then fight. If you can't beat the other party, then retreat. The most important thing is to ensure your safety. Do you understand? Li Xianun urged. Tomorrow, the 10 level 2 evolvers nodded in unison. Okay, then this place is left to you. The rest of you, get in the car and go back to the family. Li Xianun waved his hand. Grandpa, Then I will tell Lin Fan and the others that I will take their car back, Li Zihan said. As soon as she finished speaking, she was about to turn around and walk outside. However, Li Xianlun quickly stopped her. Zio Han, wait, Grandpa, is there anything else? Li Zihan paused, turned around and looked at Li Xianlun and asked. Take the things to Lin Fan, Li Xianlun said. Aren't you going to give it to Lin Fan in person? Li Zihan asked. She naturally knew what Li Xianlun was talking about. It was obviously the third-level energy crystal and mutagenic factor that was to be allocated to Lin Fan. We are a family. Whether you give it to him or I give it to him, the meaning is the same. Li Xianlun smiled and shook his head. That's true. Li Zihan walked towards Li Xianlun. Li Xianlun put the things in a bag and handed it to Li Zihan. Li Zihan reached out to take the bag, then turned and walked outside, walking towards the building that Lin Fan mentioned. Seeing Li Zihan walk out, Li Xianlun and others quickly returned to the car, loaded with many resources of the Zhuang family and returned to the Li family. They did not wait for Lin Fan's car to go together. Anyway, Li Zihan knew the way. In the RV, Muranzhu and Muranshan had already rested, but the two sisters still talked tacitly because Lin Fan was still resting. Muranshan looked around and suddenly saw a figure in the rearview mirror. Sister, look, Muranshan pointed at the rearview mirror and said in a low voice. Muranzhu glanced at the rearview mirror and also saw the figure. It was Li Zihan who rushed over from the Zhuang family with a bag in hand. Now that Li Zihan was here, they had no choice but to wake up Lin Fan. After all, they still needed Lin Fan to open the car door for Li Zihan to get in the car, and they also needed Lin Fan to drive back to the Li family. Lin Fan, Murongsu called softly. Hearing the voice, Lin Fan's tightly closed eyes slowly opened and said, What's wrong? Zihan is here, Murongsu said, also pointing to the rearview mirror. Lin Fan glanced at the rearview mirror and just saw Li Zihan walking out of the car door. He sat up straight and opened the door. The car had been parked in this place for so long, but it didn't attract zombies. Li Zihan got on the car and Lin Fan closed the door again. Lin Fan smiled faintly and asked, Have you counted everything? Yes, everything has been counted. I didn't expect the Zhuang family's resources to be so rich. My grandfather said that there are more than our Li family's reserve resources, Li Zihan responded with a smile. The overall strength of the Zhuang family is stronger than your Li family, and it is reasonable that they have more resources than you. Lin Fan smiled faintly and said, In short, a good harvest is a good thing. Are your grandfather and his family still in the Zhuang family or have they gone back? They knew that I was going back with you, so they didn't wait for us. But they just set off, and the car was loaded with things, so they probably couldn't go very fast, Li Zihan said. Okay, then we will catch up with them now. Lin Fan smiled and prepared to start the car. Wait, Li Zihan interrupted. What? Lin Fan asked. This is something for you. Li Zihan stepped forward and handed the bag in his hand to Lin Fan. Something? Lin Fan was a little confused. He stretched out his hand to take the bag and opened it to take a look. His eyes could not help but condense. Sister Zihan, what did you bring? Could it be food? Muranshan looked curious. Of course not food. Li Zihan shook his head and said, My grandfather asked me to express our gratitude to you on behalf of our Li family. This gratitude, isn't it too much? Lin Fan opened his pocket completely to Muranzhu and Muranshan, so that the two sisters could also clearly see what was in the pocket. Are these all mutagenic factors? After seeing what was in the pocket, Muranzhu and Muranshan were surprised. Yes, Li Zihan nodded and said. This time we searched the Zhuang family and found a total of 50 tubes of mutagenic factors. There are 25 tubes in the pocket, which is exactly half on one side. Yes, Li Xianlun generously gave half to Lin Fan. Half of 50 tubes? That is naturally 25 tubes. Chapter 253 Knowledge Blind Spot. 25 tubes? This number surprised Muranzhu and Muranshan. Zihan, although the three of us helped to deal with the Zhuang family this time, your Li family contributed the most. If it weren't for so many of you to hold them back, the three of us wouldn't have had the chance to shoot. Lin Fan said solemnly. They only found 50 tubes of mutagenic factors in total, but gave us 25 tubes. It's really too much? Even if it's a thank you, the thank you is too heavy. As soon as Lin Fan finished speaking, Li Zihan continued, My grandfather said that without your help, we would never be able to get rid of the Zhuang family, and we might even be eliminated by the Zhuang family. In comparison, Giving you half of the mutagenic factors is nothing at all, and the amount is not heavy at all, but Lin Fan wanted to say something else. Before he could say it, Li Zihan said, "You must accept it. If you don't accept it, we won't even be friends anymore." Lin Fan could hear the seriousness in Li Zihan's tone. After thinking for a while, Lin Fan nodded and said, "Okay, then we'll take it. Sister Zihan, you are so generous. You gave us half of it at once. With these 25 tubes of mutagenic factors, we can create 25 first-level evolvers," Murin Sham couldn't help but say. "It should be." Li Zihan smiled slightly. Lin Fan agreed to take it, which means that the friendship between the two sides will be more solid, which is also the picture she wants to see. "Hey. There seems to be something under it." Murin Sham stared at the pocket with a sharp look, and noticed that there was something under the mutagenic factor. As she said, she walked over and reached into her pocket to touch it. When she took her hand out, there was already a small ball-like thing in her palm. "What is this?" Murin Sham stared at it straight, but she couldn't figure it out after looking for a long time. "I haven't seen it either." Murin Zhu shook her head. "It seems that there is a kind of energy contained in this thing." Lin Fan narrowed his eyes. He had seen this kind of thing before, which was his blind spot in knowledge. "None of you know it?" Li Zihan was surprised. "No." Lin Fan and the other two shook their heads. "Zihan, tell us what it is," Murin Shan urged with great curiosity. Li Zihan looked at the expressions of Lin Fan and the other two and didn't seem to be pretending not to know, so she had to explain seriously. "This thing is called energy crystal." "Energy crystal?" Lin Fan nodded and said, "No wonder I can feel the existence of energy from it. Yes, it does contain energy, and this energy can also be absorbed by the evolvers, and it can make the evolvers evolve faster." Li Zihan emphasized, "It is significantly accelerated." Significantly accelerated. Lin Fan perked up slightly. He had been discussing with Murinzu how to make the evolvers evolve significantly faster, but they had discussed it many times without any results. Now that Li Zihan emphasized so much, it was enough to show that after absorbing the energy in this energy crystal, the evolvers would definitely be able to improve significantly faster. "Where did you get this energy crystal?" Lin Fan took the energy crystal from Murin Shan's hand and looked at it, then looked at Li Zihan and asked. "From the zombie body," Li Zihan said. "Inside the body of a zombie?" Lin Fan was surprised. "Sister Zihan, did I hear correctly? There are such things in the body of a zombie, then why have we never seen it before?" Murin Shan asked in disbelief. Although Murinzu did not say anything at this time, she also found it incredible. There are no energy crystals in the bodies of level 1 and level 2 zombies. Only level 3 zombies have such things. It exists in the heads of level 3 zombies, Li Zihan explained. So it exists in the bodies of level 3 zombies. No wonder we have never seen it before. Murin Shan nodded in sudden realization. Before, when Zhuang Lishan and I went to the mountains to train, the main purpose was to find level 3 zombies and kill them, and then collect the energy crystals in the bodies of level 3 zombies to absorb, so as to make our own evolution speed faster. At this point, Li Zihan changed the subject and said, "My grandfather and I were very surprised. I didn't expect that the Zhuang family had 2 level 3 energy crystals and didn't use them quickly, but left them for us. This is really an unexpected gain." Lin Fan smiled. "Sister Zihan, how do you tell what level this thing is?" Murin Shan asked a crucial question. "Simple." Li Zihan pointed at the energy crystal, or more precisely, at the 3 horizontal bars. "Look here, there are 3 horizontal bars, which means it's a level 3 energy crystal. If there are 4 horizontal bars, it's a level 4 energy crystal, and so on," Li Zihan added. Lin Fan nodded. "It's so expensive, I'm embarrassed to accept it." "You should take it back." "No, you must accept it. We got 2 in total, 1 for you and 1 for us. This is what my grandfather and I have said." Li Zihan was very determined, as if she was going to quarrel with Lin Fan if he didn't accept it. Helplessly, Lin Fan had to say, "Okay, I'll accept it for now, and I'll share it with you when I get more level 3 energy crystals in the future." Lin Fan was also very curious about how fast this level 3 energy crystal could improve his energy. Since the Li family is really willing to give it to him, it might not be a bad idea for him to accept it first, and then make up to Li Zihan when he finds more resources in the future. "That's better." Seeing that Lin Fan agreed to accept it, a smile appeared on Li Zihan's pretty face. When she brought the things over just now, she was really worried that Lin Fan would refuse. Fortunately, under her firm attitude, Lin Fan still accepted these things, otherwise she would not know how to explain to Li Xianyun. Then let's not waste time here now, let's go back to your house first, Lin Fan said. Okay, you drive, I'll show you the way, Li Zihan nodded. It's okay, I've memorized the way, Lin Fan smiled. Sister Zihan, brother Lin Fan has a very good memory. He can usually remember the roads he has driven on after just one visit. Murin Shan praised Lin Fan for a while, and then immediately urged, Brother Lin Fan, drive back quickly. I haven't seen Andy for a while, and I miss him so much. I don't know what he is doing now, maybe he's sleeping, Lin Fan replied, without any more delay, started the car, stepped on the accelerator, drove on the road, and returned to the Li family along the original route. Chapter 254 Absorbing Energy. For the Li family, today can be said to be the happiest day since the outbreak of the Doomsday. No day can be happier than today. Although the demise of the Zhuang family will lead to the possibility that the Li family will have to bear the pressure from the Qinglong gang alone in the future, no matter what, the pressure brought by the Qinglong gang has not yet come. After all, the Qinglong gang has now expanded to other cities, but has not expanded to Zhonghe City. For a period of time, Zhonghe City is still safe. The elimination of the Zhuang family means that the Li family has the opportunity to unify Zhonghe City, first grasp all the resources of Zhonghe City in their hands, and quickly develop and grow. When the Qinglong gang expands, even if they can't deal with the Qinglong gang, at least they can leave with the results. Lin Fan drove very fast. Even if he was delayed for a while, he caught up with the convoy of Li Xianyun and others in a short time. He did not overtake, but followed at the end of the convoy, like a bodyguard escorting the convoy. The group returned to the Li family, and Li Xianyun ordered everyone in the Li family to move the resources from the car and put them away. Then, he walked up to Lin Fan and said with a smile, Little friend Lin, today is a good day. Let's celebrate it later. I haven't had a drink with you yet. Let's have a drink tonight, okay? Lin Fan nodded. He hadn't had a drink for a long time. Hearing Li Xianyun say so, he might as well try it. Also, Master Li, thank you for those things, Lin Fan thanked him. Little friend Lin, you're welcome. This is all the credit of both of us. Without your help, we can't get rid of the banker, Li Xianyun laughed and said, I'll go and make arrangements first. You go and have a rest. I'll call you when it's done. With so many resources to be stored, naturally someone needs to make comprehensive plans and arrangements. As the head of the Li family, Li Xianyun should be in charge of the overall situation. This kind of thing must be handled by him. When Lin Fan and the other two returned to the courtyard where they lived, Andy immediately rushed up to greet them and barked several times. Murin Shan was the most excited to see Andy. She squatted down and touched Andy's head with one hand. Lin Fan, you should take a rest, Murin Zhu said with concern. Okay, I'll take a rest, Lin Fan nodded and returned to the room. He didn't really want to rest, but he was ready to see what the effect of the third-level energy crystal was. According to Li Zihan, the effect was quite good, but he had to experience it himself to know the final result. Sitting cross-legged on the bed, Lin Fan took out the third-level energy crystal from his pocket, stared at it, and then began to operate it according to the instructions introduced by Li Zihan. In fact, this operation is also very simple. This energy crystal itself has a natural induction with the evolver. As long as the evolver holds the energy crystal tightly in his palm for 10 seconds, the energy contained in it will naturally flow into the evolver's body through his palm. After these energies flow into the body, the evolver does not need to care about them. They will be automatically absorbed by the cells in the evolver's body, thereby accelerating the evolver's evolution. Lin Fan took a deep breath and held the energy crystal tightly in his hand without any hesitation. 10 seconds later, the energy in the crystal, just as Li Zihan said, began to flow into Lin Fan's body through his palm. As soon as this energy entered, Lin Fan felt a warm feeling all over his body. The most important thing is that this warm feeling, like the afterglow of the setting sun, does not make people feel hot or uncomfortable, as if everything is just right. The cells in the body absorbed this energy crazily. The cells became completely active, like a wolf that has been hungry for many days, constantly devouring the energy flowing into the body. Lin Fan had a very intuitive feeling throughout the whole process. He could indeed clearly feel that the speed of his body's evolution was accelerating at full speed. At this speed, if the energy was sufficient, he might be able to evolve into a third-level evolver within an hour. Unfortunately, the energy in the crystal is limited, and it is impossible for a person to absorb it infinitely. 10 minutes later, the energy in the crystal was absorbed completely, and no energy continued to flow into Lin Fan's body. Lin Fan could naturally sense that there was no energy in the crystal. He spread his palm and took a look at the crystal in his hand. He could see that the crystal had lost its color, and even the 3 horizontal bars in it had disappeared completely. This was also a direct phenomenon that proved that there was no energy in the crystal. Check, Lin Fan said in his heart, and used the ring to read his own data information. Species, human level, level 2 strength, 10 speed, 10 reaction, 10 defense, 6 ability, acquisition. The light curtain information appeared in front of Lin Fan. He saw it very clearly, and a touch of surprise flashed in his eyes. Unexpectedly, after being absorbed by him, a level 3 energy crystal actually made such a big improvement in his data. Moreover, even the defense data was improved. 2 more level 3 energy crystals, I'm afraid they can directly upgrade me to level 3 evolver, Lin Fan couldn't help but fantasize. The improvement effect of level 3 energy crystals on level 2 evolvers is simply too obvious. He guessed that with 2 more level 3 energy crystals, he could become a level 3 evolver. However, the idea is good, but it is very difficult to realize. Let's not talk about how precious the 3rd level energy crystal is. If you encounter a 3rd level zombie, you have to successfully kill the 3rd level zombie to obtain the energy crystal from the 3rd level zombie's head. And with their current strength, if they really encounter a 3rd level zombie, they will not be able to beat it no matter what, and they must run faster. Otherwise, once they run slowly and are caught up by the 3rd level zombie, their fate will definitely be quite miserable. Why does it take so long for me to obtain my superpower? Lin Fan moved his eyes to the column of the light curtain information superpower. Although he didn't remember the specific time, it should have been 1 or 2 months since he saw that the superpower was in the state of obtaining it. After 1 or 2 months, he still hadn't succeeded. He couldn't help but wonder if the ring had made a mistake when reading his data, and mistakenly showed him a message of obtaining it. After thinking about it, Lin Fan could only shake his head helplessly. Anyway, no matter whether the superpower can be obtained in the end, improving his own strength is his duty. Only when his own strength is improved, he can still cope with people with powerful superpowers. Therefore, his own strength is the foundation of the doomsday world. If he is now a more advanced evolver, he can walk sideways in the entire doomsday world, and people with powerful superpowers will only bow down to him. Chapter 255 Celebration Banquet. In the following time, Lin Fan continued to lie on the bed and rest for a while. He was not recuperating from his injuries, but just lying down to rest. Because, when he absorbed the energy contained in the energy crystal just now, his injuries had been completely recovered. From this, we can draw a conclusion that energy crystals and mutagenic factors have the same effect, which can not only make people evolve, but also restore injuries in the human body. Of course, energy crystals can only be found in the bodies of level 3 zombies. To a certain extent, energy crystals are more precious than mutagenic factors, and it is more difficult to obtain them. While Lin Fan and the other 2 were resting, the Li family was still busy storing resources. The resources obtained from the banker were so abundant that they had to find a place to store them. However, with Li Xianyun's instructions and arrangements, the work was carried out in an orderly manner without any mistakes. At night, Li Xianyun had people prepare a celebration banquet, and the entire Li family was going to celebrate this victory. There were many tables for eating, but Li Xianyun asked Lin Fan and the other 2 to sit at the main table, and just to his right. You know, such a seat should be for people of high status in the Li family, but today it was given to Lin Fan and his 3 companions. It is enough to show that Lin Fan and his 3 companions have a very high status in Li Xianyun's heart. Come on, everyone, let's toast to Lin Xiaoyao and his companions. If it weren't for them, it would be hard to say who would win or lose in this battle between us and the Zhuang family. Li Xianyun filled his glass with wine, stood up and said something, then raised his glass and looked at Lin Fan and his 3 companions. To be precise, his eyes were always on Lin Fan. Li Xianyun stood up to toast, and the rest of the Li family naturally stood up as well. Lin Fan was very enthusiastic, so he could only stand up with Murinzu and Murinshan. Cheers! With one shout, everyone finished the wine in their glasses. Of course, those who don't drink alcohol drink tea instead of alcohol. For example, Murinzu doesn't drink alcohol, so she drinks tea. Murin Shan wanted to drink alcohol, but Murinzu didn't let her, so Murin Shan could only drink tea. Little friend Lin, sit down. Eat whatever you want. Just like at home. Don't be polite. After drinking a glass of wine, Li Xianun invited Lin Fan and others to sit down. This wine tastes good, Lin Fan asked with a smile. What kind of wine is it? It feels like it has been stored for a few years. Haha, little friend Lin has a good ability to taste wine. Li Xianun laughed and said, this wine has been stored for 10 years. Although it is not particularly long, the wine is authentic Fishan Maute, so it is Maute. Lin Fan nodded suddenly and said, Maute that has been stored for 10 years is rarely seen on the market before the doomsday outbreak. I didn't expect that the head of the Li family still has it in his collection. It's not my collection either. Li Xianun shook his head. Oh? What is it? Lin Fan asked curiously. I searched it from the Zhuang family, Li Xianun said. Zhuang Fenglin has always had a hobby of collecting wine. He is famous in our circle. He has collected a lot of good wine, but now these things have become ours. Lin Fan smiled and thought that this old man Zhuang Fenglin is really a bit cute. He collected so many good things, but he didn't enjoy them first, and ended up giving them away to others. Especially the 2 level 3 energy crystals, which were the most valuable among the valuable ones, but Zhuang Fenglin kept them. But it was fortunate that Zhuang Fenglin stayed, otherwise, he would not have had the opportunity to get a level 3 energy crystal, and he also improved the data by 2 points in such a short time. All of this was thanks to Zhuang Fenglin's habit of keeping things. It was a pity that Zhuang Fenglin could no longer hear his thanks, otherwise he would have been so angry that he died again. Come on, little friend Lin, keep drinking. Zhuang Fenglin has a lot of wine in his collection. Let's drink as soon as possible. If we don't drink enough, we can go to the warehouse to get more. Li Xianun continued to hold the wine glass and look for Lin Fan to drink. In fact, Li Xianun himself was not a person who liked to drink, but with Lin Fan here, plus today's great victory, he was in a good mood, and he also wanted to drink a few more glasses with Lin Fan. Sister, I want to drink too. Please let me have a taste. Seeing Lin Fan drinking so enthusiastically, Murin Shan wanted to drink more and more. She quickly turned her head to look at Murinzu and said pitifully, I can't drink. Murinzu shook her head. Sister, I'm not going out to drink. What's wrong with drinking here? Murin Shan still didn't give up the idea of drinking. It's all white wine, and there's no red wine. If there's red wine, I can let you have a taste. Murinzu shook her head again. She always felt that it was not good for girls to drink white wine. If they wanted to drink, they should drink red wine. A moderate amount of red wine can also be good for the body. Hearing Murinzu say this, Li Zihan, who was sitting next to them, immediately said, there's red wine, but it was not taken out just now. I'll go get it, thank you, Sister Zihan. Murin Shan almost jumped for joy when she heard what Li Zihan said. Li Zihan quickly went to get a bottle of red wine. After opening it, she said, I put this bottle of red wine here by myself. I didn't find it from the dealer. This red wine is not cheap. Murinzu was very knowledgeable and recognized the brand of red wine at a glance. She estimated that this bottle of red wine would cost at least 7 or 8,000 before the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Money is useless. Red wine has a shelf life. It's a waste to leave it there without drinking it. Xiao Shan just wants to drink it, so let her drink it. Li Zihan poured 3 glasses of red wine, handed one to Murinzu, handed one to Murin Shan, and kept one for herself. Here, Li Zihan raised the red wine glass. Murinzu and Murin Shan raised their glasses, and the 3 glasses clinked lightly. Then, the 3 women took a sip. So this is the taste of wine. I feel it's similar to drinking a beverage, Murin Shan said with blinking eyes. Haha, this made Lin Fan and others laugh. It must be said that Murinzu is sometimes very humorous and can often liven up the atmosphere. It is indeed a good choice to have her around. This dinner lasted for more than 2 hours before it ended. Lin Fan and Li Xianun, the 2 of them almost drank a bottle of white wine each. Murinzu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan. The 3 of them finished a bottle of red wine. After dinner, Lin Fan and others returned to their rooms. Murin Shan wanted Andy to stay with her, but Andy was unwilling to do so and followed Lin Fan back to the room. However, this little girl drank alcohol for the first time, even if it was red wine. She was a little intoxicated and fell asleep quickly on the bed. A night passed quietly. The next day, the sun shone through the clouds to the earth. and Lin Fan and others walked out of the room. Did you sleep well last night? Lin Fan asked Murangzu and Murangshan. Chapter 256 Preparing to leave. I'm fine, brother Lin Fan. Did you not sleep well? Murangshan rubbed her eyes and asked with a smile. I slept well, but I just asked you. I saw that you drank almost the same amount last night, and I thought you did not sleep well. Lin Fan smiled. Then, before Murangzu and Murangshan could speak, he continued, I was just thinking, when should we leave here? Of course, anytime. Murangshan was the first to express her opinion. Well, it's up to you to decide. You can leave whenever you say so. Murangzu nodded. In these matters, Lin Fan has always been the one to make the decision, and the two sisters have no objection to Lin Fan's arrangements. Lin Fan thought for a moment and said, why don't we go ask Zihan? Did she say before that she wanted to go out with us to gain experience? Let's ask her. If she doesn't want to go, we'll leave tomorrow at the latest. If she wants to go, we'll see how she is before making a decision. The three of them came here before, and their original purpose was to escort Li Zihan back. But they got along well with Li Zihan during this process. In addition, after meeting Li Xianyun and Li Changjin, Lin Fan also liked their character. Therefore, they decided to help the Li family deal with the Zhuang family. Now that the Zhuang family has been eliminated, they have nothing else to do if they continue to stay. Naturally, they have to do what they should do and continue on their journey of gaining experience. However, Li Zihan mentioned whether it is possible to go out with them to gain experience. No matter what the result is, at least ask Li Zihan's opinion first. Okay, then let's go ask Zihan first and see what she says. Murangzu nodded. The three were about to go out to find Li Zihan, but before they could leave the courtyard, Li Zihan had already come to them. You guys are up, Li Zihan greeted with a smile. I was just coming to call you to eat, then let's talk while we walk. Lin Fan smiled faintly. What? Li Zihan heard the meaning of Lin Fan's words, and seemed to have some questions to ask her. We plan to leave, Lin Fan said. Leave, Li Zihan said quickly. Don't you want to play for a few more days? You just finished your hard work, you should rest more. We have rested well. If we rest any more, we will become lazy. Lin Fan smiled faintly. Sister Zihan, actually we want to ask you, didn't you think about going out with us to experience before? Murangshan asked directly. Do you want to go with us now? Of course I want to go out with you to experience, but I have to tell my grandfather and my father about this matter first. Li Zihan nodded. She can be said to be reassured about the character of Lin Fan and the other two. For her, being able to go out with Lin Fan and the other two to experience is only good and not bad. However, she is the future heir of the Li family, and she cannot do things just for her own consideration. For things like this, she should naturally ask her family's opinions first. That's right. We will see them when we go to eat now, right? Lin Fan asked. Yes, they are waiting, Li Zihan said. Okay, then you can ask them when we go to eat. Lin Fan nodded. Okay, Li Zihan also nodded, then walked in front and led Lin Fan and the other two to the place where they were eating. As Li Zihan said, Li Xianyun and Li Changjin were waiting at the dining table. Only Li Xianyun, Li Changjin, Li Zihan, Lin Fan, Murangzu and Murangshan were at this breakfast today. Li Xianyun did not let the rest of the Li family come over. Little friend Lin, please take a seat, Li Xianyun greeted. Yes, sit anywhere, you're welcome, Li Changjin smiled. Lin Fan responded with a smile, and then sat down next to Murangzu and Murangshan. During the meal, Lin Fan said, Master Li, Uncle Li, we are sorry for your care these past 2 days. We are about to leave. Before Lin Fan finished speaking, Li Changjin interrupted him excitedly. Lin Fan, why are you leaving? Stay a few more days. Is there anything we haven't treated you well enough? Uncle Li, you misunderstood. We haven't treated you poorly. We have been very good to you. It's just that we came out to gain experience. Now that the banker's affairs have been resolved, we really need to continue to gain experience, Lin Fan explained. Where are you going to gain experience? Li Xianyun asked. We will continue to go to the mountains where we were before, Lin Fan said. Then, Li Zihan glanced at Lin Fan, then looked at Li Xianyun and Li Changjin, and said, Grandpa, Dad, I plan to go to gain experience with Lin Fan and the others. Zihan, are you going to gain experience again? Li Changjin's tone was full of concern. What Li Zihan encountered before he went out can be said to have left some shadows in his heart. Of course, it was not that he was worried about Lin Fan and the other two, but that he was just worried as a father. Changjun, Ziohan is so old now, we should support her decision. Ziohan wants to go with Lin Xiaoyao and the others, so let Ziohan go, Li Xianyun said with a smile. He had no objection to Li Zihan and Lin Fan going out to gain experience. First of all, he was very confident in Lin Fan's character. Secondly, Li Zihan wanted to have a further breakthrough in his relationship with Lin Fan, so staying together would obviously be more conducive to the development of their relationship. If Li Zihan didn't stay with Lin Fan, then the relationship would not be like being able to keep in touch with a mobile phone before the doomsday. Once the two separated, they couldn't even be sure when they would meet next time. Dad, I'm just concerned. I didn't stop Ziohan and Lin Fan from going out to gain experience. I definitely support this, Li Shangjun smiled helplessly. As Li Zihan's father, he could also see Li Zihan's thoughts on Lin Fan. The most important thing is that going out to gain experience is not a bad thing. It can not only increase your knowledge, but also improve your strength faster. Lin Fan, when are you leaving? Li Shangjun asked again. Lin Fan thought for a moment and replied, tomorrow, at the latest tomorrow noon, going out for training. It would take some time to come back. Lin Fan made a decision today, and he didn't want to leave today. If so, Li Zihan wouldn't have much time to prepare. Anyway, the rest of the time has been wasted, so he doesn't mind delaying one more day. Haha, okay, Lin Xiaoyao, since you are leaving tomorrow, we have to have a good drink tonight. We didn't drink enough last night, so we must drink enough tonight. Li Xianyun laughed heartily. Lin Fan didn't object to this. Although there was a big age gap between him and Li Xianyun was a straightforward person, and there was no generation gap in getting along with him. Lin Fan was still willing to interact more with people like Li Xianyun. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 257 Charitable Organization. Zhonghe Province is one of the top 5 provinces in the country. There are a total of 20 cities in this province, and Zhonghe City is the capital of Zhonghe Province. Before the outbreak of the Doomsday, Zhonghe City was far superior to other cities in all aspects. But after the outbreak of the Doomsday, everything turned into nothingness, and nothing is more important than strength. To use a sentence from a novel, when the Doomsday comes, strength is king. For a person with strong strength, it is not impossible to become the king who dominates the world. There is a city in Zhonghe Province called Bei'an City. Bei'an City used to be just a third-tier city, but don't underestimate this third-tier city. Before the outbreak of the Doomsday, Bei'an City had the largest charity organization in Zhonghe Province. This charity organization changed its name to Qinglonggang after the outbreak of the Doomsday. Before the Doomsday, many people joined the Qinglonggang, and they did a lot of good deeds in Bei'an City and even the whole province, helping no less than hundreds of thousands of people. Their reputation spread widely, and they were even well known throughout the country. A charity organization that can do this is enough to show that this charity organization has indeed done a lot of good things and is very good at winning over people's hearts. The people who originally joined this charity organization did not leave after the outbreak of the Doomsday, but continued to stay in the charity organization. In the early stage of the Doomsday, if there were still people alive in the family, they would go to find them and let their family members join in. If there were classmates and friends who were still alive, they would still go to find them and let their classmates and friends join in. In this way, the lineup and power of this charity organization grew faster and faster. This speed of growth completely surpassed other families and forces, and it can be said that it has become the fastest rising existence in the entire Zhonghe province. The leader of this organization is also a visionary person. Seeing that the organization has grown so fast, he deeply knows that if he wants to rest assured in the Doomsday, he must continue to expand and develop. There is an old saying that goes, no matter how big the foundation is, you can't think of living in peace in a corner. This sentence means that even if you want to be alone and not cause other troubles, as long as you don't develop fast enough and are not as strong as others, then, sooner or later, you will be swallowed up by others. Therefore, The leader of this organization quickly decided to take control of Bei'an City. Facts have proved that he did it. In the first month of the Doomsday, he took control of the entire Bei'an City, which was equivalent to the entire Bei'an City being his territory. Whatever he said was what mattered. Everything was decided by him. After taking control of Bei'an City, more people joined the organization, so it was natural that it needed to continue to expand. It could not just guard Bei'an City to ensure safety. Then, in the second month of the Doomsday, the organization took control of the second city. In the third month of the Doomsday, the organization took control of the third and fourth cities. Such a speed of expansion can be said to be so fast that it makes people smack their lips. With the resources of the four cities in hand, this organization has become more and more powerful and has become the strongest existence in Songhai province. No other family forces can compare with this organization. At this time, a car sped over outside the Qinglonggang base. "Who is it?" the man guarding the gate asked. "It's me." The person in the car poked his head out and greeted the gatekeeper. "It's Hall Master Liu. I'll open the door right away." The gatekeeper nodded and bowed hurriedly. He didn't dare to act rashly in front of Hall Master Liu, and obediently opened the door. Hall Master Liu saw that the door was open, so he naturally didn't waste any more time. He stepped on the accelerator and the car shot out and quickly drove into the central base of the Qinglonggang. This central base did not exist before the outbreak of the Doomsday, but was built by the Qinglonggang after the outbreak of the Doomsday. The base, which covers an area of 50,000 square meters, was completed in just over a month. This shows how rich the human and material resources of the Qinglonggang are. Hall Master Liu drove on the road in the base, without stopping halfway, and went straight to the depths of the base. The depths of the base are where the leader and deputy leader of the Qinglonggang live. The rest of the people usually don't even have the opportunity to see the leader and deputy leader. Only people at the Hall Master level are qualified to meet them directly. Liu drove the car to a two-story European-style villa, parked the car in an orderly manner, got out of the car and tidied some clothes, then walked towards the door of the villa. He stood at the door and knocked on the door. Soon, a man's voice came from inside. "Who?" A simple word, but it vaguely revealed a domineering aura. "Deputy gang leader, it's me, Liu Fan." Liu Fan took a deep breath and answered respectfully. "Come in." The man's voice came again. After getting the man's permission, Liu Fan stretched out his hand to open the door and stepped in. This villa is well designed. Although it has only 2 floors, the garden rockery and other scenery inside can be said to be no less. Crossing a corridor, Liu Feng walked to a pavilion. The pavilion was made of glass and was built very beautifully. In this pavilion, a man was sitting upright at this time. This man's skin is very white, which can be said to be no worse than that of a woman. If you are not familiar with him, you will definitely think he is a feminine man at first sight, or you can say, about him. But people who are familiar with him know that this is just a superficial phenomenon. In fact, this man is very fierce, his methods are very vicious, and his strength is quite strong. It is precisely because of these that he firmly sat in the position of deputy leader of Qinglonggang. You know, the deputy leader of Qinglonggang is second to none in the Qinglonggang. Meet the deputy leader. Liu Feng walked into the pavilion with a more respectful attitude and bowed to the man. The deputy leader is called Bian Xiaobing. Judging from the name, it feels a bit rustic, but anyone who dares to laugh at his rustic name will undoubtedly die ugly. A person who joined the Qinglonggang before didn't know that Bian Xiaobing was the deputy leader. Seeing that Bian Xiaobing was white and clean, he wanted to tease him and said that Bian Xiaobing's name was too rustic and wanted to give Bian Xiaobing a new name. As a result, the person's body was hung outside the gate of Qinglonggang the next day and exposed to the sun for 2 days until the body gave off a bad smell and was taken down for disposal. Since then, the name Bian Xiaobing has been deeply engraved in the minds of every member of the Qinglonggang, and no one dares to be disrespectful when mentioning this name. Well, Liu Feng, didn't I ask you to stay in Songhai City and observe the situation? Why did you come back? Tian Xiaobing looked down at his finger, without even looking at Liu Feng, and just asked in a cold tone, as if he didn't take Liu Feng seriously at all. Chapter 258 How to Investigate. Liu Feng naturally did not dare to have any dissatisfaction with this situation. He was just a hall master of the Qinglonggang, and his status was far inferior to that of the deputy gang leader, and his strength was even less than that of Bian Xiaobing. Not to mention that Bian Xiaobing ignored him, Even if Jian Xiaobing scolded him, he could only endure it and dared not talk back. In fact, when Jian Xiaobing did not look at him when he spoke, his psychological pressure was not that great. When he looked at him when he spoke, his psychological pressure would be so great to a certain extent. Deputy gang leader, the situation in Zhonghe City has changed, Liu Feng still reported respectfully. The situation has changed? What does it mean? Tian Xiaobing continued to look at his hands and did not look up at Liu Feng. The Zhuang family and the Li family have started a war, Liu Feng pondered. Started a war. Tian Xiaobing finally raised his head, and a pair of narrow eyes that were more beautiful than a woman's eyes stared at Liu Feng closely. Being looked at by Tian Xiaobing like this, Liu Feng felt that his body seemed to tremble uncontrollably. There was no way. It wasn't that he was too cowardly, but Tian Xiaobing gave people a very gloomy and terrifying feeling. He was like a poisonous snake at any time. It was as if you didn't pay attention, this poisonous snake would rush over and bite you hard with its fangs. Yes, deputy gang leader, the Zhuang family and the Li family have started a war. Tian Xiaobing quickly calmed his mind and nodded in reply. Although these two big families have many disputes in secret, they have always maintained a friendly relationship on the surface. Would they not be able to resist going to war? Tian Xiaobing thought for a while and said, is it the kind that there are no casualties? In his opinion, the Zhuang family and the Li family knew that their Qinglong gang was eyeing Zhonghe province, so the Zhuang family and the Li family should not really go to war. At least, when their Qinglong gang's oppression expanded, the Zhuang family and the Li family had to join forces to have the power to resist. Once the two families really went to war, it meant that they had completely torn their faces apart and could no longer fight side by side. Therefore, he felt that the Zhuang family and the Li family were not really going to war, but just going through the motions. Deputy gang leader, that's not true. The Zhuang family and the Li family are in a life and death duel, and the Zhuang family has been destroyed by the Li family, Liu Feng emphasized in a serious tone. What did you say? Tian Xiaobing's eyelids twitched slightly, and the whole person stood up directly from the chair. His slender figure was a whole head taller than Liu Feng. In front of him, Liu Feng was like a well-behaved and obedient younger brother. Deputy gang leader, the Zhuang family was destroyed by the Li family. Liu Feng thought that Tian Xiaobing didn't hear it clearly, so he repeated it. Destroyed. Tian Xiaobing felt that the amount of information was a bit overwhelming, and he needed some time to calm down. After 5 seconds, he calmed down, stared at Liu Feng again and asked, tell me the details, what exactly is the reason for the war between the two families? Judging from Liu Feng's attitude, it doesn't seem like he's lying again, not to mention that Liu Feng doesn't dare to lie in front of him. Since Liu Feng repeated it so much, it means that the incident really happened. Deputy gang leader, I really don't know why they started the war. As soon as I heard the news that the Zhuang family was destroyed by the Li family, I immediately drove back from Zhonghe City. I didn't dare to delay on the way, and I didn't have time to investigate the reason why the two families started the war. A drop of sweat slowly appeared on Liu Feng's forehead. Facing Tian Xiaobing, who had such a strong aura, he was really too stressed. He was afraid that he would say something wrong and make Tian Xiaobing unhappy. In that case, even if he was the leader of the Qinglong gang, his end would definitely not be good. Forget about it if you don't know this. Come back and report the situation immediately. You did a good job. Tian Xiaobing narrowed his eyes and changed the subject, saying, however, this result surprised me. We have been secretly investigating the two families, the Zhuang family and the Li family. From the information we know, the overall strength of the Zhuang family is stronger than that of the Li family. I didn't expect that they were destroyed by the Li family. Could it be that the Li family is hiding their strength? The Qinglong gang has a very broad ability. Although they have not yet expanded to Zhonghe City, they have already conducted a relatively detailed investigation of the situation in various cities in Zhonghe province. For example, even Li Xianyun and others are not clear about the specific strength of the Zhuang family, but the Qinglong gang has investigated it clearly and can accurately know that the overall strength of the Li family is not as good as that of the Zhuang family. But it is precisely because of this that Tian Xiaobing feels that it is a bit unreasonable. The Zhuang family and the Li family fought a life and death battle, and the Li family was destroyed. There is nothing to doubt. But the result obtained from Liu Feng is that the Zhuang family was destroyed and the Li family won a great victory. This has to make Tian Xiaobing puzzled. Deputy gang leader, whether the Li family has hidden strength or not, I'm afraid we can only know after a detailed investigation. Anyway, what we can be 100% sure of now is that the Zhuang family is indeed gone. Even Zhuang Fenglin is dead, Liu Feng murmured. This matter must be investigated in detail. At least, we need to know how the Li family destroyed the Zhuang family. If the Li family still has hidden strength that has not been revealed, we must know it clearly. Tian Xiaobing's eyes flashed with a ruthless look, and he said, sooner or later, our Qinglong gang will occupy the entire Zhonghe province, which means that Zhonghe city must also become our territory. So, for us, it is only good to know the situation of the Li family. Besides, after the Li family destroys the Zhuang family, it will definitely grow and develop at a faster speed. Maybe it won't take long for the Li family to control Zhonghe city. At that time, the resources of Zhonghe city will be left to the Li family to use, which is not the scene that the gang leader wants to see. As the deputy gang leader of the Qinglong gang, Tian Xiaobing is not only ruthless and powerful, but also has a very strong ability in logical analysis in all aspects. Just the problems he just mentioned, that is not something that everyone can think of. The deputy chief is right. I will go back to Zhonghe city to investigate. I will not come back until I have investigated all kinds of information about the Li family, Liu Feng promised. After that, he was about to turn around and leave. Wait, Tian Xiaobing interrupted. Deputy chief, do you have any other instructions? Liu Feng asked in a low voice. You said you were going to investigate all kinds of information about the Li family, Tian Xiaobing asked back. Yes, Liu Feng was stunned. Tell me first, what method are you going to use to investigate? Tian Xiaobing sat back in his chair, looking at Liu Feng with interest, waiting for Liu Feng's answer. Liu Feng touched his head and said honestly, Deputy Chief, what I think is, take a few people with you and arrange them around the Li family. First observe from the surface. If you can't observe deeper information, then find an opportunity to kidnap someone from the Li family. At that time, interrogate them, and we should be able to know the answer we want. Chapter 259, Getting Inside. This was the only solution Liu Feng could think of. In his opinion, this solution was feasible. After all, if there was no specific information available from the outside, then starting from the people inside the Li family, they should be able to find out, right? He didn't believe that the people of the Li family could stay at home all day without coming out. If there was anyone who was alone or not strong, they could kidnap him. In this way, how could they not get the information they wanted by using some interrogation? Stupid. Just as Liu Feng was waiting to hear a few words of praise from Tian Xiaobing, what he got was 2 words of disdain from Tian Xiaobing. Deputy gang leader, I am stupid and don't know how to investigate. Please give me some advice. Liu Feng broke out in a cold sweat and almost trembled with fear. He quickly expressed his attitude of asking questions without shame, for fear of making Tian Xiaobing unhappy. Don't you think about it? The Li family can even destroy the Zhuang family. How can their strength be simple? Won't they arrange people to guard around their family? What's the difference between sending someone to investigate and sending them directly to others, not to mention that you want to kidnap the Li family and interrogate them? I think you will be captured by the Li family instead of kidnapping them. Tian Xiaobing scolded, use your brain more when doing things. Don't take it for granted. It is much more reliable to calm down and think clearly than to waste time on useless work. The deputy gang leader is right. Liu Feng nodded his head as fast as a chicken licking rice. At this time, whatever Tian Xiaobing said was what it was. Even if Tian Xiaobing was wrong, he didn't dare to refute anything. The Li family is different today. If you want to investigate their detailed information, you must get inside them. Tian Xiaobing frowned slightly and said, are you going to ask me how to get inside the Li family? From Liu Feng's expression, Tian Xiaobing had figured out Liu Feng very well. Liu Feng nodded and said awkwardly, Deputy gang leader, I really don't know how to get into the Li family. Now our Qinglong gang has to continue to expand to other cities, so it's not suitable for a direct conflict with the Li family. What's more, we don't know the details of the Li family yet. If we want to get into the Li family, we have to enter the Li family openly. Tian Xiaobing reached out and grabbed the branch in his hand, then threw it out and said slowly, so, you go to the Li family in the name of our Qinglong gang and tell them that there is a trade fair in Bei'an City, where mutagenic factors can be exchanged for various things, weapons, and even third-level energy crystals. Then, invite the Li family to participate. and say that this is an invitation from the gang leader, and some of the surrounding family forces will send people to come. This trade fair does exist, and it is hosted by the Qinglong gang leader himself. It is called the trade fair, but in fact, it is also a secret observation and competition. The leader of the Qinglong gang wanted to take this opportunity to understand the situation of the major family forces in Zhonghe province. Deputy leader, I go alone, Liu Feng said weakly. They know I am from the Qinglong gang. Will they kill me directly? You went to invite them to the trade fair with the leader's order, and your purpose is fair and square. If they kill me, they are looking for death. Tian Xiaobing sneered. Letting you go alone will lower their defenses. If you bring people with you, their defenses will only be deeper. Remember, just go and invite them fair and square. During your invitation, if you can find out about the situation of the Li family, then find out. If you can't find out, forget it. Just bring people from the Li family to the trade fair. When the time comes, when the people of the Li family come to our territory, won't we still have the final say on what happens? Do you understand? I understand. The deputy leader is wise, and the deputy leader has a good idea, Liu Feng quickly flattered. Okay, get to work. If you do this well, you will be rewarded heavily. If you don't do it well, you know the consequences, Tian Xiaobing snorted coldly. I know, Liu Feng nodded again, patting his chest and assuring, don't worry, deputy gang leader, I will do my best to handle this matter, and I will not let you and the gang leader down. Yeah, Tian Xiaobing waved his hand, obviously not wanting to waste time with Liu Feng anymore. Liu Feng bent down and lowered his head, and tactfully left the pavilion, then walked out of the villa at a faster speed. The moment he walked out of the villa, he felt that the pressure on his body completely disappeared, making him feel much more refreshed. Huh? Liu Feng raised his head, reached out and wiped the sweat from his forehead, and breathed a long sigh of relief. Then he returned to his car, started the car, left the Qinglong gang base, and headed straight for Zhonghe City. After Liu Feng left the pavilion, Tian Xiaobing sat and rested for a while. Seeing that the time was almost up, he got up and also walked out of the pavilion to arrange some things for the trade fair. The leader of the Qinglong gang personally ordered him to do everything well for this trade fair. He had to perform well, otherwise he would not be able to stay in this position of deputy leader for long. Although the rule of the Qinglong gang is that the competent are in power, and capable people can sit in the appropriate position. But in the final analysis, the Qinglong gang belongs to the leader. Whoever the leader wants to be the deputy leader can be the deputy leader, and whoever the leader wants to remove can be removed at any time. Therefore, he also needs to do the things the leader ordered. At night, Li's house. The lights are bright and the atmosphere is lively. Lin Fan, Murenzhu, Murenshan and Li Zihan will go out for training tomorrow. Li Xianyun and Li Changjin will drag Lin Fan to drink 2 more glasses tonight. While the men are drinking white wine, Murenzhu, Murenshan and Li Zihan continue to drink red wine. This dinner, or party, lasted from 9 o'clock in the evening to midnight, and it took a full 3 hours to end. Lin Fan brought Murenzhu and Murenshan back to the courtyard. Seeing the 2 sisters' flushed faces, he couldn't help but ask, "Are you okay, brother Lin Fan?" "Of course we are fine. The 3 of us only drank 2 bottles of wine. We didn't even meet the standard of 1 bottle per person. We are sober now." Murenshan waved her little hand and said. Anyone with good eyesight could see that she had drunk almost enough. Last night, the 3 women drank 1 bottle, which was considered a moderate amount. It was only one night, and their alcohol tolerance had not been improved yet. But they drank 1 more bottle, which was obviously beyond their tolerance. Fortunately, it is safe to rest in the Li family, and there is no need to worry about encountering any danger. Okay, all of you go back to your room and rest. We will set off after waking up tomorrow, Lin Fan said. Chapter 260, The Qinglong Gang's Visitors. A road from Bei'an City to Zhonghe City has been cleared by the Qinglong Gang, which is equivalent to an unobstructed situation. After Liu Feng left the Qinglong Gang base, he drove towards Zhonghe City without any delay. Under the premise that the road is not blocked, it takes about 10 hours to come from Bei'an City. On the way, he took a break on the road, and continued to drive forward when his mental state was almost restored. Therefore, Liu Feng arrived in Zhonghe City just after the sky was bright. It's still early, rest for another hour before going to the Li family. Sitting in the car, Liu Feng took a look at the sky outside and decided to rest for a while. An hour later, He opened his eyes, restarted the car, and drove to the Li family. When he arrived at the gate of the Li family, he was undoubtedly stopped by the gatekeeper. "Who is it?" the gatekeeper asked. "I am a member of the Qinglong gang. I came here specially to visit. In addition, I have something to tell your family head." Liu Feng rolled down the window and said. A member of the Qinglong gang. Upon hearing Liu Feng's identity, the gatekeeper's eyes immediately showed a strong sense of vigilance. They all knew what the Qinglong gang meant. Liu Feng saw the gatekeeper's reaction and couldn't help but say to himself, "It seems that the Li family is nothing special. They are so scared just by hearing the reputation of our Qinglong gang." He thought about it in his heart, but he would not say it out loud. He tried his best to show a harmless smile and said, "Don't panic, you two. I don't have any bad intentions in coming here, otherwise I wouldn't come here alone. If you don't believe it, you can see if there are other people in my car, or you can ask someone to go to the back to investigate whether there is a large group of Qinglong gang following." When he said this, he rolled down several other windows. The Li family member who was guarding the door looked into the car and indeed did not see anyone else. As for checking whether there was a large group of Qinglong gang following behind, there was no need at all. Because there were people from the Li family investigating outside, and if a large group of people came, they would definitely be detected. "Then wait here for a moment. I have to go in and report first." The gatekeeper on the left retracted his gaze and said. "Okay." Liu Feng nodded. He revealed his identity as a member of the Qinglong gang. It was unrealistic for the Li family to say that they were not on guard at all. Going to report first was the true reaction. If the Li family knew that he was a member of the Qinglong gang and let him in openly, he should feel strange. The gatekeeper quickly came to Li Xianyun and reported, "Master, there is someone outside who claims to be from the Qinglong gang and wants to see you, a member of the Qinglong gang." Hearing this news, Li Xianyun was also a little surprised. He didn't expect that the Qinglong gang would take the initiative to come here to find him. "How many are here?" Li Xianyun asked. "Just one." "One? Yes, I saw clearly that there was only him." "Did he say why he came to see me?" "He didn't say anything specific." "Okay, I got it. You go and bring him to the study to see me." Li Xianyun nodded. When the gatekeeper was about to leave, he added, "Go and call Cheng Jun first, and then bring that person over." "Okay, master," the gatekeeper responded, and without further delay, he immediately went to inform Li Changjun. Li Changjun came to the study, looked at Li Xianyun, and said, "Dad, why did the people from the Qinglong gang suddenly come here? Are they going to attack us?" "Action? Impossible." Li Xianyun immediately denied Li Changjun's guess and said, "If they really want to attack us, it would not be one person who came here, but the Qinglong gang team came here together. What is the real purpose of this person's coming?" Li Changjun's face was full of confusion. "I don't know now, but it is worth mentioning that they may have known that we got rid of the banker," Li Xianyun said. "It's only been less than 2 days since we got rid of the Zhuang family. How could they know so quickly?" Li Changjun was stunned. The Qinglong gang has a large number of people and they have no shortage of manpower. Although they currently occupy only 4 cities, I am sure that they have spies in every city in the entire Zhonghe province. Once something happens in these cities, the news will be passed back to the Qinglong gang through the spies. How can it be that the Zhuang family is such a big thing that it won't leak out? Li Xianyun frowned and said, "I think the main purpose of them arranging people to come here is probably to find out the true strength of our Li family, because we got rid of the Zhuang family. This will make them doubt our true strength." "Yes. They must have come with this purpose." Li Changjun nodded suddenly and said, "Dad, what should we do now? Don't let him in or just drive him away." "Changjun, you are still too impulsive. Think about it carefully. The other party came to us openly and didn't do anything harmful. If we don't see him and drive him away, wouldn't it be a disadvantage?" Li Xianyun said, "What's more, the more we chase them away, the more they will guess that our strength is not as strong as they imagined. With such a tone, it is better to let them in openly. Who can judge clearly whether they are real or fake? There is only one person from the other side. Even if we let him in for a walk, he can't get the specific information of our Li family." People say that the business world is like a battlefield. Before the doomsday, Li Xianyun was a very successful businessman and entrepreneur. As a person who has experienced many battles, his analysis of a lot of information is completely incomparable to Li Changjun. On this point, Li Changjun couldn't help but accept it. "Dad, you are right. We should really let him in openly and see what he has to say." Li Changjun nodded. Well, that's how it should be. Li Xianyu looked in the direction of Lin Fan and the other two and Li Zihan, and said, by the way, go and bring Lin Xiaoyao and Zihan here, and let them see the people of the Qinglong gang. Okay, I'll go right away. Li Xiangjin didn't delay, stepped out of the study, and took the lead to walk to the courtyard where Li Zihan was. After he woke up Li Zihan and briefly told Li Zihan about the matter, the father and daughter went to the courtyard where Lin Fan and the other two lived. Li Qiangjin also told Lin Fan and the other two about the matter. After listening to what Li Qiangjin said, Lin Fan said with interest, I didn't expect the Qinglong gang to take the initiative to arrange people to come here, Uncle Li. Then let's go to the study now. It just so happens that I also want to see how many people the Qinglong gang has. Haha, okay. My dad asked me to come and take you there, let's go. Li Qiangjin smiled cheerfully and led Lin Fan and the others straight to the study. Chapter 261 Tell it clearly. At this moment, in the study, the doorman had brought Liu Feng here. Li Xianyu sat at the first seat in the study, looking at Liu Feng who walked into the room. Liu Feng also looked at Li Xianyu, and after a moment, he took the lead to greet, Master Li. Hello, I don't know your name yet, Li Xianyu asked. The other party had greeted him in a friendly manner, and as the saying goes, you don't hit a smiling person, so he couldn't help but give him face. My name is Liu Feng, and I'm a hall master of the Qinglong gang, Liu Feng introduced himself. When he made this self-introduction, there was obviously a sense of superiority in his tone. Because, in his opinion, he, the hall master of the Qinglong gang, is much more comfortable than Li Xianyu, the head of the Li family. This also means that he thinks that the Li family will be annexed by the Qinglong gang sooner or later, so he deliberately wants to show off his status. Li Xianyu, who had been in the business world for a long time, naturally understood what Liu Feng meant. He smiled and said, it turns out to be Master Liu. I apologize for not welcoming you from afar, Master Liu, please take a seat. If you have anything to say, let's sit down and talk slowly. Liu Feng nodded and walked to the seat opposite Li Xianyu and sat down. This is all freshly brewed tea. Li Xianyu glanced at the teacup in front of Liu Feng. Liu Feng looked at the other seats where there were also teacups, and couldn't help asking, Master Li, do you have other guests coming? No, they are our own people. They heard that someone from the Qinglong gang was coming, so they came to see Master Liu's style, Li Xianyu said with a faint smile. See your style? Liu Feng felt a little happy and comfortable when he heard this, thinking that Li Xianyu was quite good at talking. Liu Feng was about to speak when he heard footsteps coming slowly from behind. He looked back and saw Li Qiangjin and Lin Fan walking into the study. Li Qiangjin and Lin Fan were obviously ignored by him. His eyes instantly fell on Murangxu, Murongshan and Li Zihan, and his eyes couldn't help but flash. He never thought that he could see such beautiful women in the Li family. After all, he, Liu Feng, was also a man with 7 emotions and 6 desires. How could he not want to take a few more glances when he saw a beautiful woman? However, this was the Li family. Even if he was lustful, he couldn't show it too obviously. He had to restrain himself. After taking a few more glances, Liu Feng retracted his gaze. His gaze might not be easy for others to notice, but Lin Fan could feel it clearly. Of course, Lin Fan would not say anything about this issue at this time. He walked into the room and greeted Li Xianyu. Li Xianyu responded with a smile, and then introduced, little friend Lin, let me introduce you to Liu Feng, the leader of the Qinglong gang. Hello, Leader Liu. Lin Fan smiled slightly. My name is Lin Fan. Hello. Liu Feng nodded, but his eyes looking at Lin Fan were slightly suspicious. Just now, he was looking at Murangxu, Murongshan and Li Zihan, but didn't pay much attention to Lin Fan. After all, Lin Fan looked so young, and he just thought Lin Fan was an inconspicuous guy. Unexpectedly, Li Xianyu didn't introduce others first, but directly introduced Lin Fan. Then, this can only mean that Lin Fan's position in Li Xianyu's heart is not bad at all. After introducing Lin Fan, Li Xianyu introduced Li Qiangjin, Li Zihan, Murangxu and Murongshan. These 3 people are not surnamed Li, they are still in the Li family, and they were called by Li Xianyu to come together. What is their relationship with the Li family? Liu Feng was confused. As a hall master of the Qinglong gang, he came to visit. There was nothing to say about the presence of Li Xianyu's son and granddaughter, but the other Li family members were not there, and 3 people who were not surnamed Li came. This really forced him to guess too much about the identities of Lin Fan and the relationship with the Li family. However, he couldn't ask directly. After the introductions were finished and everyone was seated, Li Xianun turned his attention to Liu Feng and said, "Master Liu, I don't know why you came to our Li family this time. Excuse me for asking. I hope Master Liu can tell you clearly." Li Xianun guessed that Liu Feng came to find out the true situation of their Li family, but that was always a guess. It would be better to take this opportunity to find out the truth. "Master Li, I came here for two purposes," Liu Feng said with a smile. "Oh? What are Master Liu's two purposes?" Li Xianun asked again. "The first purpose is to congratulate Master Li and the Li family for successfully getting rid of the Zhuang family and becoming the well-deserved first family in Zhonghe province." Liu Feng still had a smile on his face. "I didn't expect that the Qinglong gang in another direction knew this news." Li Xianun smiled slightly. "Such a big news? Our Qinglong gang must have heard about it, so our gang leader specially asked me to come here to congratulate you." Liu Feng continued, "The two major families in Zhonghe province, the Li family and the Zhuang family, now that the Zhuang family has been eliminated, that family has naturally become the largest family in Zhonghe province. Moreover, Master Li, without the existence of the Zhuang family, your Li family can also go one step further and control the entire Zhonghe city. At that time, the development speed of the Li family will also be improved." After saying this, Liu Feng had been observing Li Xianun's expression. Unfortunately, he did not see anything from Li Xianun's expression. After he finished speaking, Li Xianun shook his head and said, "Master Liu, you are too serious. Our Li family just wants to live in a corner and protect ourselves. We have never thought about expanding, let alone controlling Zhonghe city. Then why did the Li family want to get rid of the Zhuang family?" Liu Feng asked. "This is forced." Li Xianun's tone suddenly became more angry, and he said angrily, "My granddaughter and others went out with the people of the Zhuang family to train, but they wanted to kill my granddaughter and others. Fortunately, my granddaughter was lucky and met Lin Xiaoyao and the other two and was rescued, otherwise my granddaughter would have died outside with others. The Zhuang family disregarded the friendship in the past and did such a beastly thing. How could our Li family tolerate it? That's why we took action against them. This is the fact in itself," and Li Xianun felt that there was nothing to hide. What's more, Liu Feng had already asked so clearly. If he didn't give a suitable reason, Liu Feng would definitely ask why their Li family must get rid of the Zhuang family. It is not appropriate to show the goal of controlling Zhonghe city now. And the Qinglong gang must relax their vigilance first. The first bird to stick its head out will be shot. Li Xianun or the Li family, now does not want to be the first bird to stick its head out. After hearing what Li Xianun said, Liu Feng finally understood why the two major families had started a real life and death battle. It turned out to be because of this reason. Chapter 262 Dilemma. Before, he was still thinking that the two big families had lived in harmony for so long, so it shouldn't be so soon that they would have a life and death battle. But the Zhuang family did this to the Li family, and it was reasonable for the Li family to attack the Zhuang family in anger. If it was their Qinglong gang that encountered such a thing, they would probably have killed the Zhuang family and made everyone in the family restless. Master Li is right. The people of the Zhuang family disregarded friendship and took advantage of the outing to kill your people. This is a despicable act in itself. If they don't pay the price, they will think you are easy to bully. Liu Feng first agreed with Li Xianun's actions, and then changed the subject and said, "However, what surprised me is that the Zhuang family used to be famous for nothing, saying that it was one of the best families in Zhonghe province, but it was completely vulnerable in front of the Li family. Haha, Master Liu, you are too kind. The main reason is that the Zhuang family didn't expect that our Li family would take action against them. They thought we would swallow our anger and not start a war between the two families. Therefore, they were caught off guard and our Li family took the upper hand, and successfully eliminated the Zhuang family. With the strength of the Zhuang family, if they really take precautions, our Li family will not be able to eliminate the Zhuang family." Li Xianun has been in the Jianghu for many years and is several decades older than Liu Feng. Liu Feng has no scheming in front of him. As soon as Liu Feng opened his mouth, Li Xianun knew what he meant. What Liu Feng said just now was actually that he wanted to explore the situation and understand why the Li family was able to get rid of the Zhuang family. Li Xianun's answer was simply perfect. "Is that so?" Liu Feng pretended to understand, nodded, and said, "In short, No matter what, congratulations to the Li family for successfully getting rid of such a powerful competitor as the Zhuang family. When the two families are evenly matched, one is well prepared and the other is caught off guard, which will indeed have a great impact on the battle situation. Hearing Li Xianyun say that, Liu Feng felt that this should be the case. Otherwise, it is really hard to explain that such a large family as the Zhuang family was eliminated by the Li family. Thank you very much, Li Xianyun thanked him, and then asked, that was the first purpose just now. What is the second purpose of Master Liu's coming? The second purpose is to invite the Li family to participate in a trade fair held by our King Longgang, Liu Feng said. Trade fair? Li Xianyun was slightly stunned. Lin Fan and others were also stunned. What kind of trade fair is this? It seems that this is the first time they have heard of it. Of course, it refers to the first time after the doomsday. Before the doomsday, the word trade fair was not unfamiliar. Yes, it is a trade fair, Liu Feng roughly explained. This trade fair is held by our King Longgang, hosted by our gang leader himself. We have invited all the family forces in Tonghai province. They should all give face and come to participate. At this trade fair, everyone can exchange goods, and even things like energy crystals will appear. Energy crystals. Lin Fan's eyes condensed slightly. Since he experienced the benefits brought to him by the third level energy crystal, he has been full of interest in energy crystals. With 2 more, he may be promoted to third level evolver. At that time, with a long halberd made by Old Wang, he will have no problem facing people of Li Xianyun's level. I didn't expect that the trade fair was hosted by your gang leader himself. It looks like it will be a grand event, Li Xianyun said. Well, all the big and small families in Zhonghai province have invited them, Liu Feng said with some pride. After all, this trade fair is the first one after the outbreak of the doomsday. Our gang leader said that it must be well organized and grand. We must continue the trade fair and hold it every year in the future. Things like the third level energy crystal are extremely precious. What do you need to exchange for the third level energy crystal? Lin Fan asked. Liu Feng glanced at Lin Fan and said lightly, mutagenic factor, mutagenic factor. Lin Fan nodded. This is reasonable. The preciousness of energy crystals is no less than that of mutagenic factors. It is completely reasonable to use mutagenic factors to exchange for energy crystals. Master Li, our gang leader specifically told me that the Li family is the largest family in Zhonghai province. I must persuade you to participate no matter what. I also hope that Master Li will give me some face. Liu Feng turned his gaze to Li Xianyun again and said. He did not lie. He was indeed looking for Li Xianyun to give him face. After all, Tian Xiaobing asked him to come and invite the people of the Li family to participate in the trade fair. If the Li family members attend the fair, then they have completed the task assigned by Tian Xiaobing. If the Li family members do not attend the fair, then they have not completed the task assigned by Tian Xiaobing. At that time, Tian Xiaobing will never let him go easily. When he thought of Tian Xiaobing's methods of dealing with people, he felt a kind of personal experience of a cool breeze blowing on his back. The body that was hung outside the gate of the King Longgang base and exposed to the sun seemed to be vivid in his mind. Li Xianyun also had many thoughts flashing through his mind. Go to this trade fair? This is to go directly to the base of the King Longgang, not to go somewhere else. Although other family forces will also have people to participate, it is the territory of the King Longgang after all. If the King Longgang detains people, they can't do anything about the King Longgang. But if they don't attend the fair, the King Longgang will think that they are too disrespectful. Others have asked the hall master of a gang to invite them, but they still refuse to participate, which is tantamount to slapping the face of the King Longgang. It's hard to go, and it's hard not to go. Li Xianyun felt that he was in a dilemma. After thinking for a while, he looked at Liu Feng and said, Master Liu, you have come from afar today, and you must not have rested well. How about I arrange for you to rest first? You can discuss the trade fair with our family. What do you think? Before, Liu Feng would definitely say no, and he would have to let Li Xianyun reply to him immediately. But when he came, he had been taught a lesson by Tian Xiaobing, asking him to use his brain more when doing things and calm down to face the problem. He urged them to participate in the trade fair too hastily. With the current status of the Li family, they would definitely guess whether they had some conspiracy to lure them to go in the name of the trade fair. In this case, you have to learn to be generous. Don't you want to discuss it? Then give you time to discuss it. Anyway, The gang leader has said in advance that he will personally host the trade fair. If you still refuse at that time, it means that you are not giving face to the Qinglong gang. Thinking of this, Liu Feng sneered in his heart, but nodded with a smile on the surface, saying, "Okay, Patriarch Li, you guys can discuss and arrange a room for me. It just so happens that I haven't had a good rest after driving all night." Chapter 263 The Four of Us Go. Master Liu drove all night, Lin Fan asked casually. The gang leader asked me to invite the Li family as quickly as possible, but I dared not delay at all. I had to drive here overnight, for fear that I would be punished by the gang leader if I was slow, Liu Feng said. Master Liu, you have worked so hard. I will ask someone to take Master Liu to rest, Li Xianyun said. He did not waste time and immediately called a member of the Li family in and asked this person to take Liu Feng to rest. Li Xianyun had already told this Li family member that when Liu Feng was resting, he should watch outside Liu Feng's courtyard. If Liu Feng had any movement, he should come and report in time to prevent Liu Feng from walking around the Li family to get information. After Liu Feng left, Li Xianyun said, "The people of the Qinglong gang invited us to participate in this trade fair. I don't think it's that simple, Master Li. This trade fair can actually be regarded as a Hongman banquet," Lin Fan said. "Little friend Lin, what do you think of this matter?" Li Xianyun asked. "The man just now said that he drove here overnight, and it happened to happen after the banker was eliminated. I think his main purpose of coming here is to find out information about the Li family, although he can't find out much by himself. If they invite the Li family to participate in the trade fair, once the Li family members go there, they can take action against the Li family members and learn specific information about the Li family from the people who participate in the trade fair, especially about their strength," Lin Fan analyzed. "So, this trade fair may really exist, but it is not as simple as it seems. It must be a bloody contest in secret." Hearing what Lin Fan said, Li Xianyun nodded repeatedly. Lin Fan's analysis was extremely accurate, exactly the same as what he thought. The problem now is that the Qinglong gang has invited us to the trade fair openly. If we don't go, it would be like openly not giving face to the Qinglong gang. If we go, it will be full of dangers as you said, so it's really difficult to go or not. Li Xianyun frowned slightly and said, "Lin Xianyao, in your opinion, should our Li family go to this trade fair or not?" "Personally, I think we should go," Lin Fan said. "Why?" Li Xianyun asked. Li Changjin, Li Zihan, Murongsu and Murongshan also focused their eyes on Lin Fan. They didn't quite understand. According to the analysis just now, going to the trade fair is like a sheep walking into a tiger's mouth. Maybe we can't even return to the Li family safely. Isn't the risk too great? Lin Fan naturally understood their doubts. He said slowly, "If we don't go, it means we won't give face to the Qinglong gang. By then, all the forces, big and small, in Zhonghe province will know that the Li family has rejected the invitation of the Qinglong gang. As the largest force in Zhonghe province, the Qinglong gang has lost such a big face. If they don't get it back, other family forces will not be able to disobey them in the future. The Qinglong gang will definitely not let this happen. Then, in order to avoid such a situation, the Qinglong gang will definitely take action against the Li family in advance. Even if the price to pay is not small, they have to kill the chicken to scare the monkey. They just want to tell everyone that they have the final say in Zhonghe province. If you dare to disobey or refuse, the end will be quite miserable. Therefore, not participating will directly speed up the speed of the Qinglong gang to take action against the Li family. Right now the Li family does not have the strength to confront the Qinglong gang." The whole study was silent, and everyone was immersed in Lin Fan's words. Li Xianyun was the first to react and said, "That's right. Our Li family is definitely unable to compete with the Qinglong gang now. If we go to war with the Qinglong gang, the Li family will only be eliminated. So for now we can only deal with it and take advantage of this opportunity to eliminate the Zhuang family to try to speed up the growth of the Li family. Only when the Li family becomes stronger and stronger will the Qinglong gang dare not take action against the Li family." "But, Dad, if we want to attend the trade fair, who should we send? If we send an ordinary person from the family, I don't think this person from the Qinglong gang will give up." Li Changjin took a deep breath and said, "Dad, you are the head of the family. The Li family must have you here to take charge. Only in this way can we unify Zhonghe City and grow faster. How about I go?" "No, you can't go either. The control of Zhonghe City is far from that simple. You have to stay in the family to assist. You know, although the Zhuang family has been eliminated, there are still some other family forces in Zhonghe City. It's not an easy task to clean up these family forces. Li Xianyun denied Li Changjin's idea. Li Changjin was his only son, and he didn't want Li Changjin to be in danger. If Li Changjin was detained by the Qinglong gang, or even killed by the Qinglong gang, they would have to watch helplessly. Moreover, the expansion work in Zhonghe City was indeed not simple in nature. Li Changjin was a very good helper, and he needed Li Changjin to stay by his side to help. If I don't go, who'll go? Li Changjin asked depressedly. Li Xianyun frowned, and he was also troubled by this problem. Just as Li Changjin said, the Qinglong gang asked Liu Feng, a hall master, to come and issue an invitation, which must be to see important people from their Li family go. If he and Li Changjin didn't go, I'm afraid Liu Feng would not let it go. Lin Fan glanced at Li Xianyun and Li Changjin, took in their sad expressions, and said, Master Li, Uncle Li, how about the four of us go? You four? Hearing this, Li Xianyun and Li Changjin were both shocked. Yes, the four of us. Lin Fan pointed at himself, then at Murangzhu, Murangshan and Li Zihun. No, it's too dangerous. Li Xianyun shook his head. Lin Fan was Li Zihun's savior, and he also played a great role in getting rid of the Zhuang family. He completely regarded Lin Fan as his own family. How could he see Lin Fan and the others taking risks? Yes, Lin Fan, you should continue to gain experience. We will find other ways to solve this matter. Li Changjin followed. It was too dangerous to go to the Qinglong gang. He didn't want Lin Fan and the other two and Li Zihun to fall into the hands of the enemy. This is also an experience. Lin Fan smiled lightly and said, the Qinglong gang is the largest force in Zhonghe province. To be honest, I also want to see how strong they are in person, so that I can find out more information about the Qinglong gang. Besides, with Zihun going with me, I think that Hall Master Li won't say anything more. Master Li, Uncle Li, don't worry. I promise you that Zihun will not have any safety problems. We will definitely come back safely. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 264. It's a pity not to participate. Lin Fan made such a guarantee, not just empty talk, but he was certain. They carried a lot of mutagenic factors. As long as he could exchange for the third-level energy crystal at this trade fair, he could become a third-level evolver. Although there must be third-level evolvers in a big force like the Qinglong gang, he also had the weapons made by Old Wang, superb gun skills, and rich combat experience. With these, he believed that he should have no problem ensuring Li Zihun's safety. What's more, this trade fair will also have other family forces from Zhonghe province participating. With so many people gathered together, even if the Qinglong gang wanted to do something to them, it would not be possible to do it openly, but only secretly. If they do it secretly, they will not send too many people, and they will definitely be able to handle it. Grandpa, since Lin Fan said so, then let us go. Li Zihun followed up and expressed his opinion. Lin Fan wanted to see it, and she also wanted to see it. Just like Lin Fan said, going to the base of the Qinglong gang is also a kind of experience. Maybe, the experience will be more dangerous and exciting. This, Li Xianyun hesitated slightly. It was not because he was worried about Lin Fan, but because the Qinglong gang was too powerful. He was worried that Lin Fan and the other three would be in danger. Lin Fan knew what Li Xianyun was worried about, and couldn't help but said, Master Li, the Qinglong gang dare not do it too obviously. Then, Lin Fan told him all the situations he had just thought of. After hearing what Lin Fan said, Li Xianyun felt relieved and said, little friend Lin is right. The trade fair organized by the Qinglong gang is facing the entire Zhonghe province. All major family forces in Zhonghe province should be willing to attend out of respect. If during this period, the Qinglong gang blatantly does something excessive, it will inevitably cause dissatisfaction among all other family forces. At that time, if the other family forces join forces to resist, the Qinglong gang will also be in a very bad situation. Lin Fan nodded and said, yes, although the current Qinglong gang is the largest force in Zhonghe province, they will not be stupid enough to openly confront the other family forces in Zhonghe province. They will only take it step by step, continue to expand their influence, and gradually annex other cities. Therefore, for now, the Qinglong gang dare not do anything that will anger God and people. Yes, Grandpa, Dad, since we have analyzed it clearly, let the few of us represent the family to participate in this trade fair, Li Zihun said. Li Xianyun and Li Changjin looked at each other, and Li Xianyun nodded slowly and said, okay, then. He looked at Lin Fan and said, little friend Lin, thank you for your help, Master Li, you are too polite. We also want to see this trade fair and see if we can trade for anything useful, Lin Fan said. Li Xianyun nodded again and said, then let's make it so that when that person has a good rest, I will tell him that the four of you will follow him to Bei'an City to participate in this trade fair. Lin Fan and the other two returned to the courtyard, and Andy soon came to them. Brother Lin Fan, you were wrong before, Murin Shan said. What did you say wrong? Lin Fan didn't understand what Murin Shan meant, and looked at her curiously. We are not just four people going to Bei'an City. Andy is also with us. Murin Shan squatted down and reached out to touch Andy's head, saying, including Andy, there are 5 of us going. Andy will definitely go with us to Bei'an City, but we can't let Andy go to the trade fair with us at that time, because some people in the Qinglong gang will definitely be able to see Andy's extraordinariness. If we take Andy to the trade fair, it will be too attractive, Lin Fan pondered. Andy, a creature that has evolved and mutated, will naturally become the focus of people's attention. There is really no need to take Andy to the trade fair, but Andy cannot be left in Tonghai City. Then where should Andy go? Murin Shan asked with concern. It can go outside. It is so smart and so fast. It is not certain that anyone can hurt it outside, Lin Fan smiled lightly. Andy is small and easy to move. It is obviously not safer to stay in a certain range of space than to stay outside. If Andy really wants to run, I'm afraid only people with a speed data of 11 can really catch up with him. After all, Andy can drill some relatively small holes, but humans may not be able to drill them. That's fine, Murin Shan nodded and continued to stroke Andy's head with her hand. Liu Feng did rest for a while in the room. He drove all night last night without much rest, and he was mentally exhausted. When he woke up, it was almost noon. As soon as he woke up, he was ready to leave the courtyard. The Li family member who was guarding outside saw him and immediately said, Master Liu, the master asked me to wait for you here. He said that he would take you to see him after you wake up. Okay, then lead the way. Liu Feng did not think that this person was arranged by Li Xianyun to watch him here. He just thought that Li Xianyun had made a decision and sent someone to wait for him to wake up. The man quickly took Liu Feng to the study, and Li Xianyun asked Liu Feng to sit down. Master Liu, did you rest well? Li Xianyun asked with a smile. Very good, Liu Feng nodded, but he didn't beat around the bush and asked directly, Li family, how have you considered the trade fair? Before Li Xianyun could answer, he added, our gang leader is looking forward to the Li family's participation in this trade fair. This sounded good, but anyone could hear the other meaning in the words. It means that our gang leader is looking forward to the participation of the Li family, and the Li family must not give face. If they don't give face, it will be a provocation to our Qinglong gang. Li Xianyun can naturally listen to this meaning, but the Li family has already decided to participate, so there is no need to worry about whether it is a threat or not. Thanks to your kindness, our Li family will participate in this trade fair no matter what, not to mention that this is the first trade fair since the outbreak of the Doomsday. It would be a pity if we were absent, Li Xianyun said. Haha, yes, it's a pity to miss the first trade fair. Liu Feng laughed and asked, Master Li, is it you or your son who will participate in this trade fair? Obviously, Liu Feng had never thought of letting anyone else participate in this trade fair. He had always wanted Li Xianyun or Li Changjin to participate. After all, Li Xianyun and Li Changjin were the pillars of the Li family. Chapter 265. Let's go now. Li Xianyun was not surprised at all by Liu Feng's question. He smiled lightly and said, I'm not going, and neither is my son, neither of you are going. Liu Feng frowned. Li Xianyun is the head of the Li family, and Li Changjin is Li Xianyun's son and the backbone of the Li family. He originally thought that no matter whether Li Xianyun or Li Changjin went to the trade fair, he would have completed his mission. However, now that he heard that neither Li Xianyun nor Li Changjin were going, how could he feel better? Master Liu, my son and I are staying here to manage some family affairs. We really can't spare the time to attend the trade fair. Although we both want to go, we can only find an opportunity next time, Li Xianyu knew Liu Feng's thoughts. Who are you going to arrange to go? Liu Feng's tone became a little cold. He wanted to see who Li Xianyu wanted to attend the trade fair. You have seen my granddaughter just now. Li Xianyu smiled faintly and said, there are also 3 friends of my granddaughter, who are also 3 guests of our Li family. The 3 of them will accompany my granddaughter to let the young people broaden their horizons, and we middle-aged and elderly people will not blindly participate. Are you saying that Li Zihan and the 3 people just now went to the trade fair? Liu Feng asked uncertainly. Yes, that is the 4 of them. Li Xianyu nodded. Liu Feng was silent for a while and did not speak, but many thoughts turned over in his mind. Li Xianyu and Li Changjin did not go, and he could not force Li Xianyu and Li Changjin to go, as the purpose would be too obvious. It seems that it is not impossible to let Li Zihan go. At least, in terms of identity, Li Zihan is the granddaughter of Li Xianyu, the daughter of Li Changjin, and the future heir of the Li family. If Li Zihan went to the trade fair, he could at least explain it to Tian Xiaobing. What's more, Li Zihan, Murongsu and Murangshan, these 3 women are all together. Just thinking about it makes him a little excited. He even thought about whether he could find an opportunity to attack the 3 women. If he could get these 3 extremely beautiful women and enjoy them, wouldn't it be a great pleasure in life? Thinking of this, Liu Feng no longer bothered about whether Li Xianyu and Li Changjin would go. Okay, Master Li, it's great to have your granddaughter represent your family to participate. There's nothing wrong with young people going out to broaden their horizons. Liu Feng put away his thoughts, looked at Li Xianyu, and said with a smile, they will go to Bei'an City with me. After the trade fair is over, I will personally send them back to ensure their safety. Then I would like to thank Master Liu in advance, Li Xianyu said. You're welcome. The trade fair is hosted by our Qinglong gang. Protecting the safety of every guest is also the responsibility of our Qinglong gang. Liu Feng waved his hand. Li Xianyu nodded slightly and said, when will the trade fair start? 3 days later. Liu Feng stretched out 3 fingers and gestured, saying, but we have to go back in advance. It's best for guests attending the trade fair to wait there first, so that they can get familiar with the environment first. Of course, you can also communicate and get to know other guests who arrived earlier. These guests are from large and small families in Zhonghe province. It's always good to make more friends. Then when does Master Liu plan to leave? Li Xianyu asked. It's okay now, Liu Feng smiled faintly. Okay, Master Liu, wait a moment, I'll ask someone to notify my granddaughters to come over, Li Xianyu said and asked someone to find Lin Fan and the other 4. They have all decided to go to Bei'an City to participate in the trade fair, so naturally there is no need to consider whether to go early or late. It is not without benefits to go early. Liu Feng told the truth. This trade fair has people from large and small families in Zhonghe province. After Li Zihan goes there, he can indeed meet some new friends, which is not bad for future development. The man quickly called Lin Fan and the other 3 over. Li Xianyu glanced at them and said, little friend Lin, Xiaohun, I have already made an agreement with Hall Master Liu that the 4 of you will attend this trade fair. You should go to Bei'an City with Hall Master Liu now. Okay, Master Li, Lin Fan nodded. Li Zihan also nodded and said, Grandpa, you should take good care of yourselves while I am away. I will bring you gifts when I come back. Haha, okay, Li Xianyu smiled heartily. Liu Feng couldn't help but look at Li Zihan, Murongsu and Murangshan. He found that these 3 women were the best in the world in terms of appearance and figure. Not to mention having something happen with these 3 women at the same time, even if it happened with only one of them, it would be an extremely wonderful thing. Of course, if it could happen with all 3 at the same time, it would be even happier to the extreme. With this fantasy, Liu Feng perked up and said, including me, there are exactly 5 of us, and 1 car can just fit us. How about taking my car? Thank you for your kindness, Master Liu. It's better for us to drive by ourselves. After all, it will be more convenient to come back after the trade fair, Lin Fan said. I'll drive you back after the trade fair, Liu Feng said. Master Liu is too polite. There's no need to be so troublesome. We can drive by ourselves, Lin Fan said. Liu Feng instantly developed a strong hostility towards Lin Fan. This kid was so fucking ignorant. He said he would take his car, but he had to go against him here. After all, he thought that he wouldn't be so bored if there were 3 women chatting and talking in the car together. But Lin Fan had said it so bluntly, and he couldn't force Lin Fan and the other four to take his car, lest Li Xianun see anything else. Okay, then I'll lead the way for you, and you can just drive behind me. The roads from Zhonghe City to Bei'an City have been cleared by our Qinglong gang, so there won't be any traffic jams along the way, Liu Feng said. Master Liu, have you even cleared the roads? Lin Fan was a little confused. Liu Feng subconsciously realized that he seemed to have said something he shouldn't have said, and with a turn of his eyes, he quickly said, "Isn't this all for this trade fair? Not only has the road between Zhonghe City and Bei'an City been cleared, but our gang leader has also arranged for people in the gang to clear the roads between Bei'an City and the rest of the cities. That's really thoughtful, and it will be much more convenient for everyone to participate in the trade." Lin Fan smiled faintly. Yes, our gang leader has considered every aspect of this trade fair very carefully, and there won't be any mistakes. Liu Feng stood up. Then let's go now. Chapter 266 Rest at the service area. Okay, Lin Fan had no objection to this. He insisted on driving himself, firstly because the RV was safer and more reliable, and secondly because Andy would go with him. If they took Liu Feng's car, Liu Feng would know about Andy's existence. For the time being, it was better for Andy to hide in secret. Just now, Lin Fan had already asked Andy to stay in the RV first. Liu Feng stretched out his hand to Li Xianun and said, "Master Li, we will take our leave first." Li Xianun also stretched out his hand and shook hands with Liu Feng, saying, "You are welcome to come to our Li family again when you have time." "Sure," Liu Feng nodded, and then walked out of the study with Lin Fan and the other four. "Master Liu, our car is parked on the other side. We will drive out now. You just drive to the gate and wait for us," Lin Fan said. "No problem," Liu Feng nodded again. At this time, he was already thinking about Murangzhu, Murangshan and Li Zihun. It seemed that what Lin Fan said was no longer important. Lin Fan and the other four quickly returned to the RV. Sitting in the driver's seat, when he was about to start the car, Lin Fan suddenly thought of something and said, "Have you prepared enough bullets, Brother Lin Fan?" "Don't worry, Sister Zihan has taken a lot of bullets from their home, and there are 200 sniper rifle bullets," Murangshan said. 200, Lin Fan was slightly surprised. "Yes, 200, Murangshan nodded. "I got a lot of bullets from the banker before, including 400 to 500 sniper rifle bullets," Li Zihan continued. "Haha, I didn't expect the banker's various resources to be so rich," Lin Fan smiled. This explained it. "Haha, when you think about it this way, the banker is a bit funny," Murangshan smiled and said. "They collected so many things, but they didn't use them much, but in the end they gave them all away. The banker's resources are indeed a lot. Otherwise we wouldn't have so many sniper rifle bullets this time. We have to thank them for collecting so many resources and not wasting them," Murangzhu said. "Yet," Lin Fan nodded and said, "Okay, now that everything is ready, let's go." After the voice fell, Lin Fan didn't waste any more time, started the car, stepped on the accelerator, and quickly drove towards the gate of the Li family. Outside the gate of the Li family, Liu Feng's car was already waiting here. When he saw the modified car coming from behind, he couldn't help but show a hint of surprise in his eyes, then opened the door and got out. When Lin Fan saw Liu Feng getting out of the car, he also stopped the car, opened the door and got out. "Master Liu, do you have anything else to do?" Lin Fan asked. "Is this your car?" Liu Feng said in a daze. "Yes," Lin Fan smiled. "This car," Liu Feng reached out and touched it, and said, "It's very strong. I modified it casually before, Master Liu." "Thank you for the compliment," Lin Fan laughed. "Modified casually?" Liu Feng thought to himself, "If I believe you, then I am a fool. If such a car can be modified casually, then he would have modified countless cars long ago." He just touched the car with his hand. It seemed like a casual touch, but he was actually testing the car's sturdiness. Through the contact, he was sure that the car could definitely withstand any attack from a level 2 evolver. An ordinary level 3 evolver would probably not be able to cause any damage to the car. Only a very powerful level 3 evolver could do that. HMPH. "When you get to Bei'an City, this car will belong to me," Liu Feng snorted in his heart. He had already set his sights on the car. After temporarily suppressing the thoughts in his mind, Liu Feng said, "Let's go. You just drive behind me. We can take a short break on the way." "Okay," Lin Fan nodded. The two of them returned to their cars and drove one after the other on the road. The journey to Bayan City was obviously very boring for Murin Shan. Fortunately, Andy was with her in the car. When she was not resting, she kept teasing Andy. Soon the car drove onto the highway. The people from the Qinglong gang really cleared the roads. Li Zihun looked at the unobstructed highway and said slowly. This also shows their determination. They will definitely take action against Zhonghe City and will definitely take the entire Zhonghe province as their development goal. It's just a matter of time, Lin Fan pondered. The Qinglong gang has a large number of people and power. They don't have to worry about lack of manpower to do these things. This is also a great advantage for them, Li Zihun said. The huge Li family, including the evolvers and ordinary people, only has more than 200 people. But she heard Li Xianitun mention that the total number of people in the Qinglong gang has reached tens of thousands. Compared with tens of thousands of people, more than 200 people is simply not worth mentioning. The only thing to be thankful for is that among the tens of thousands of people in the Qinglong gang, most of them are ordinary people, and the number of evolvers is still impossible to be ridiculously large. This Liu Feng is considered to be a powerful one among the second-level evolvers, but with his strength, he can only be a hall master in the Qinglong gang. Now I am very curious about the strength of the leader of the Qinglong gang, Lin Fan said. When he first saw Liu Feng and Li Xianitun study, he secretly used the ring to read Liu Feng's data. Liu Feng is a level 2 evolver, and all his data have reached 11, and he is only one step away from becoming a level 3 evolver. If a hall master has such strength, then it is easy to imagine that the leader of the Qinglong gang is at least a level 3 evolver. I guess the leader of the Qinglong gang, even if he is not a level 4 evolver, is not far from it, Li Zihun guessed. Otherwise, he would not be able to manage such a large Qinglong gang, and he would not be able to make those people listen to his orders so much. Yes, that's right, Lin Fan nodded. In short, as long as he has the opportunity to meet the leader of the Qinglong gang, he can use the ring to read the leader's data and know the specific strength of the leader of the Qinglong gang. Only by understanding these clearly can we understand how big the gap is between ourselves and the other party. 5 hours later, the two cars drove into a deserted service area. After driving for 5 hours, Liu Feng planned to take a short break at this service area. The Qinglong gang was only responsible for cleaning the road, and the service area was not cleaned. Therefore, there were still some zombies wandering around in this service area. The arrival of the two cars naturally attracted the attention of the zombies, and the zombies were surrounding the place where they parked. I didn't expect there was a level 2 zombie. Lin Fan took a look at the group of zombies and found that one of them had reached the level 2. I'll go deal with it and practice my skills, Murinzu said. Chapter 267 Want to be worshipped. Don't go, Lin Fan interrupted Murinzu's thoughts and said, although you can deal with that level 2 zombie with your strength, this will also expose some of our team's strength. Since that guy is here, let him deal with it. We should try to hide our strength as much as possible. Hearing what Lin Fan said, Murinzu suddenly realized and said, yes, I almost forgot about him. Well, we look so young, he definitely won't think how strong we are. He just thinks we are just going to the trade fair to gain experience. Lin Fan smiled slightly and said, so, we should hide our strength if we can. Murinzu, Murin Shan and Li Zihun nodded at the same time. It is also very important to learn to hide your weaknesses outside. You can't expose all your details to others. Just as Lin Fan finished speaking, Liu Feng walked out of the car. He made a gesture to Lin Fan, which roughly meant to tell Lin Fan and the others that he would deal with the zombies first and let them get off the car after the zombies were dealt with. It's a good opportunity to see how strong that guy is, Murin Shan said. It's no problem for him to deal with that level 2 zombie, Lin Fan said. As he spoke, Liu Feng had already arrived in front of the group of zombies. There were more than 30 zombies in total, with only one level 2 zombie, 2 level 1 zombies, and the rest were all ordinary zombies. Liu Feng rushed into the group of zombies with a small machete he brought down from the car. He swung and chopped the zombies, and the heads of the zombies fell to the ground one after another. He was so active in dealing with the zombies because, on the one hand, these zombies would definitely come to disturb them, and on the other hand, he also wanted to show off his strength in front of Murinzu, Murin Shan, and Li Zihun. Bang! Bang! Soon, all the ordinary zombies were killed by Liu Feng, leaving only 2 level 1 zombies and 1 level 2 zombie. Liu Feng jumped and kicked out quickly with both feet, kicking the heads of the two level 1 zombies in midair. The power of his kicks was not small at all. With 2 kicks, the heads of the 2 level 1 zombies were kicked and exploded, and their bodies flew backwards and fell to the ground. Roar. The second level zombie let out a harsh and unpleasant roar and rushed towards Liu Feng. Before Liu Feng's body hit the ground, he swung a small machete in his hand at a tricky angle and directly lifted the head of the second level zombie from its chin. In less than 3 minutes, more than 30 zombies were taken down by Liu Feng. After killing the zombies, Liu Feng waved to Lin Fan and others in the car, indicating that Lin Fan and others could get off the car. "Brother Lin Fan, this guy's strength seems to be really good," Murin Shan said. "Well, it's really good," Lin Fan nodded. He couldn't tell Murin Shan and the others about Liu Feng's specific data, so he could only describe it as pretty good. "Okay, let's get off first, it's not bad to take a break," Lin Fan said. After that, he stood up from the driver's seat, and then got off the car with Murin Zhu, Murin Shan, and Li Zihun. As for Andy, he continued to stay in the car. It was not appropriate for Liu Feng to know Andy's existence. Anyway, there is a toilet in the RV, and Andy can go to the toilet to solve the problem of urination and defecation. With Andy's IQ, it understood clearly after Lin Fan told it once before. "There are tables and chairs over there. Let's go sit over there." Liu Feng saw Lin Fan and the other 4 get off the car, and pointed to the location outside the original catering department of the service area. There was indeed a row of tables and chairs there. When Lin Fan and the other 4 walked in front of him and walked towards the tables and chairs together, he said casually, "I didn't expect that there are level 2 zombies among the zombies we encountered here." He said this to remind Lin Fan and the other 4 that he had just killed a level 2 zombie. After all, after Lin Fan and the other 4 got off the car, no one praised his performance just now. He wanted to show off in front of Murin Zhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan, but he didn't hear any words of praise, which made him feel like he was punching cotton. He thought that Murin Zhu and the others didn't know that there were level 2 zombies among the zombies he just dealt with, and they might have thought that he just dealt with a group of ordinary zombies. How could Lin Fan not see what Liu Feng was thinking? After hearing what Liu Feng said, Lin Fan cooperated and said, "What? There are level 2 zombies in the zombie group just now? We really didn't notice this. We always thought they were just ordinary zombies and level 1 zombies." Lin Fan is indeed a master of performance. While he was talking, he showed a very surprised expression. This scene made Murin Zhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihun almost laugh out loud. Fortunately, the 3 girls held back their laughter at the critical moment, otherwise the scene would have become a little weird. Sure enough, they didn't see that there were level 2 zombies in the group of zombies. Liu Feng smiled in his heart, pretending to be calm on the surface and said, "Yes, among the group of zombies just now, there is a level 2 zombie and 2 level 1 zombies. I think you will have no problem dealing with the level 1 zombies, but level 2 zombies should be more difficult for you now. Although the obstacles on this highway have been cleared by our Kinglong gang, zombies will not stay in the same place and will be on the move at any time, so it is inevitable that there will be groups of zombies coming to these places. When we rest, we must also stay alert. If there are really a large number of zombies surrounding us, we must avoid them and leave first." In Liu Feng's opinion, Lin Fan, Murin Zhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan are almost level 1 evolvers at this age, and they should not have entered the ranks of level 2 evolvers. Of course, Murin Shan looks younger, and he hardly regards Murin Shan as an evolver, and simply thinks Murin Shan is an ordinary person. "Thank you, Hall Master Liu, for reminding us. We will be more vigilant," Lin Fan said. "But don't worry too much. There won't be a large group of zombies in places like this. Just stay with me and I will ensure your safety." Liu Feng acted like a big brother. He wanted to see the admiring eyes of Murin Zhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihun. Unfortunately, his ideal was just a fantasy. Murin Zhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan would never look at him with admiration. The 5 of them walked to the chairs and sat down. Liu Feng wanted to sit closer to the 3 girls, but the 3 girls didn't sit down first. Instead, they chose their seats after he sat down. They just sat on Lin Fan's left, and he sat on Lin Fan's right. Chapter 268 2 Defensive Attributes. In this way, there was still Lin Fan between Liu Feng and the 3 girls. This made Liu Feng hate Lin Fan so much that he felt that Lin Fan was just a burden. "I have to find a chance to get rid of this guy," an idea popped up in Liu Feng's mind. Lin Fan was not a member of the Li family, so even if he was eliminated, it would not affect the task assigned to him by Tian Xiaobing. After all, his task was to take the Li family to the trade fair, and people who had nothing to do with the Li family naturally had nothing to do with him. Although Muranzhu and Muranshan were not surnamed Li, they were good-looking girls, and he could not bear to kill such girls. Of course, if he wanted to get rid of Lin Fan, he could not do it too obviously. At least he had to hide it from Muranzhu, Muranshan and Li Zihun. Master Liu, how far is this place from Bei'an City? Lin Fan glanced at Liu Feng and asked casually. Liu Feng came back to his senses and also looked at Lin Fan, saying, "It's not far away. According to our previous driving speed, we can arrive in 5 or 6 hours at most, and we will arrive directly at the Qinglonggang base. 5 or 6 hours? That's pretty fast." Lin Fan nodded. Liu Feng didn't really want to talk to Lin Fan. He wanted to talk to the 3 girls, but unfortunately the 3 girls didn't want to talk to him, so he could only continue to chat with Lin Fan. However, while chatting with Lin Fan, he kept thinking about how to get rid of Lin Fan. After thinking about it, he couldn't think of any suitable way. After all, they were all together now. Did they have anything else to do? He couldn't ask Lin Fan if he wanted to go to the toilet. If he wanted to, he could find a quiet place and then follow him to get rid of Lin Fan. This thought was not very realistic, not to mention that there was a toilet in the RV. If he wanted to go to the toilet, Lin Fan would definitely go to the RV. Roar! Roar! Just when Liu Feng was worried about this, the roar of zombies suddenly came. Moreover, it was not just one direction, but 2 different directions, to the left and right of the service area. There really is a group of zombies coming. Muranzhu looked in both directions with her beautiful eyes, her gaze slightly focused. Fortunately, there are not many, probably only about 200 or 300, Li Zihun said. Should we get in the car and leave here first? Muranshan asked. The opportunity has come. Liu Feng's eyes were about to light up. He couldn't think of a suitable opportunity to get rid of Lin Fan just now, and now the opportunity was delivered to his door. The 2 groups of zombies that suddenly appeared were the best opportunity. No, 200 or 300 zombies won't pose any threat to us, Liu Feng stood up and said. Besides, I took a look. Most of the zombies on the left are ordinary zombies. There are only 2 or 3 level 1 zombies. Only the group on the right has level 2 zombies. As he said that, his eyes fell on Lin Fan and said, Lin Fan, let the 3 girls continue to rest. Let us deal with these 2 groups of zombies. I will deal with the group on the right, and you will deal with the group on the left. Do you think it's okay? You should have the strength of a level 1 evolver. I don't think it will be a big problem to deal with the group on the left. It will also be a good experience for you. Don't worry, I will come to help you after I deal with the group on the right. It won't take long. Liu Feng had already thought about it. He would deal with a group of zombies on the right as quickly as possible, and then go to where Lin Fan was. Of course, he didn't do it to help Lin Fan, but wanted to take this opportunity to get rid of Lin Fan. Anyway, it was so dark, Muranzhu, Muranshan and Li Zihun might not be able to see him attack Lin Fan. At that time, he only needs to tell them that Lin Fan was accidentally killed by the zombies when he was fighting the other zombies. In this way, the 3 girls can only follow him obediently. Master Liu, it's okay. Although my strength is not very strong, I should be able to barely deal with a group of zombies on the left. Lin Fan nodded and agreed. He didn't think about what Liu Feng was thinking, but when he read the data of the zombie group through the ring just now, he found that among the group of zombies on the left, there were actually 2 zombies with defense attributes that could be picked up. 1 zombie has 1 point, and 2 zombies have 2 points. If 2 points of defense attributes are picked up on the body, then his defense attribute will become 8 points. This means that his body's defense ability has doubled again compared to before. Therefore, even if Liu Feng didn't ask him to deal with a group of zombies on the left, he would take the initiative to deal with them. Okay, let's get started. Before they get close, get rid of them outside, so that they don't come over and affect the environment here. The smile on Liu Feng's face bloomed like a chrysanthemum. A second ago, he was still thinking that if Lin Fan didn't dare to deal with a group of zombies, he would not be able to deal with this problem. He didn't expect Lin Fan to agree so readily, which saved him a lot of trouble. Lin Fan didn't delay and walked straight to the group of zombies on the left. After seeing Lin Fan walk out, Liu Feng also didn't delay, took his small machete, and ran quickly towards the group of zombies on the right. He didn't know what Lin Fan's specific strength was, but if he wanted to find an opportunity to deal with Lin Fan, he had to solve the group of zombies on the right before Lin Fan solved the group of zombies on the left before he could go over to help. Otherwise, if Lin Fan solved the group of zombies on the left before him, he wouldn't find a suitable reason to go over. Therefore, after rushing into the group of zombies, Liu Feng turned into a tiger that had been hungry for several days, holding the machete tightly, and chopped at the zombies frantically. Whether it was a second-level zombie, a first-level zombie or an ordinary zombie, they couldn't compete with his machete. Lin Fan was also dealing with a group of zombies in front of him. Liu Feng was right in one point, that is, the zombies here are indeed ordinary zombies and level 1 zombies, and there is not even a level 2 zombie. The 2 defensive attributes are on the 2 level 1 zombies. After he rushed into the zombie group, he first dealt with the ordinary zombies, and then focused on the level 1 zombies. There were a total of 4 level 1 zombies, and they were still vulnerable in front of him. But in order not to show his strength so conspicuous, he deliberately showed some effort when dealing with the level 1 zombies, as if dealing with 4 level 1 zombies would make him exhausted. Seeing this scene, Muran Shan and Li Zihan could no longer hold back their secret laughter. Because the distance was relatively far, the 3 of them did not have to worry about being heard by Liu Feng. If it weren't for the Doomsday Outbreak, with brother Lin Fan's acting skills, he would definitely win the Oscar for Best Actor, Muran Shan said while laughing. Chapter 269 You're lucky. Muranzu and Li Zihan nodded in agreement. It would be a waste if Lin Fan didn't win the Best Actor award for his acting skills. If they didn't know that Lin Fan was acting on purpose, they would have been fooled by him. 4 level 1 zombies, with Lin Fan's current strength, it would be easy to deal with them, but Lin Fan had a hard time dealing with them, as if the 4 level 1 zombies were going to squeeze out all his strength. This scene was funny in the eyes of Muranzu and the others, but in the eyes of Liu Feng, it couldn't be more real. This kid, he really only has the strength of a level 1 evolver, and it's so difficult for him to even deal with 4 level 1 zombies. I'm afraid if I don't go over to help him, he will be dealt with by those 4 level 1 zombies, Liu Feng thought secretly in his heart. However, he quickly rejected this idea. No, this is not safe. If he doesn't deal with the 4 level 1 zombies and chooses to run away directly, the level 1 zombies may not be able to catch up with him. What's more, if I don't go over to help, the 3 of them will go over to help later, and the kid will still not die. It's more reliable for me to go there myself. Liu Feng analyzed the situation very thoroughly. If he went there himself, it would be more convenient to make moves, and then Lin Fan would definitely not survive. Thinking of this, he couldn't help but speed up a lot in dealing with the zombie group, fearing that the situation would change if he went there too late. 5 minutes later, the zombie group on the right was completely dealt with by Liu Feng. Liu Feng didn't hesitate at all, turned around and ran towards Lin Fan. Boy. Tonight is your death date. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself for wanting to attend the trade fair. Liu Feng's eyes flashed with a sneer, and there was a bit of murderous intent in this sneer. However, while he was running over, Lin Fan had killed 2 level 1 zombies that did not have defensive attributes. When he was less than 5 meters away from Lin Fan killed the 2 zombies with defensive attributes. Lin Fan stared at Liu Feng and said with a faint smile, Master Liu, no need to help. Liu Feng paused and felt unwell. For a moment, he even wondered if he saw it wrong. Lin Fan, who was fighting fiercely with 4 level 1 zombies just now, won so quickly? Did this kid hide his strength? Liu Feng frowned. But Lin Fan didn't look like he was hiding his strength. Because, at this time, Lin Fan was sweating and panting, and he looked exhausted. Master Liu, what's wrong with you? Lin Fan saw Liu Feng frowning and asked. No, nothing. Liu Feng took a deep breath and said, I was thinking, if you can't deal with it, I will come to help you deal with it. I didn't expect you to solve them so quickly. My limit should be to deal with 4 level 1 zombies at the same time. If there is one more, I will definitely not be able to deal with it. However, I still want to thank Master Liu for his kindness. Lin Fan smiled slightly. Then, he silently said 2 sentences in his heart. Pick up. As the words fell in his heart, the ring immediately picked up the defense attributes of the 2 level 1 zombies for him. Species, human level, level 2 strength, 10 speed, 10 reaction, 10 defense, 8 ability. Acquiring at this moment, Lin Fan's defense data immediately became 8. Lin Fan could clearly feel that his skin and bones all over his body became much harder. If you were to bear Zhuang Fenglin's punch that day again, he would definitely not be seriously injured. No. We can't just let it go. I might as well kill him once and for all. After all, once he dies, the 3 girls will be in my hands, and they can't disobey me. When Lin Fan was checking his own data information, Liu Feng's mind flashed one after another. Liu Feng wanted to kill Lin Fan right now, but he still had a little hesitation. Lin Fan was only a first-level evolver, and it would be easy for him to kill Lin Fan, but if he suddenly killed Lin Fan, Muranzhu, Muranshan and Li Zihan would definitely not wait for him to go back and punish him. If Muranzhu and the other 2 took this opportunity to return to the RV and drive away, he would not be able to stop them at all. After all, he had experienced that RV himself, and with his strength, he would definitely not be able to destroy it. Roar. Just as he was hesitating, another piercing zombie roar came. Looking over, he saw that a steady stream of zombies were pouring in at the entrance of the service area. Why are there still so many zombies? Lin Fan's expression was slightly condensed. This wave of zombies was much more powerful than the previous 2 waves. A rough estimate is that the number of zombies in this wave is at least 1 or 2,000. Maybe they came from the town behind the service area. Liu Feng was overjoyed. With this wave of zombies, he could instigate Lin Fan to deal with the zombies, and then find an opportunity to kill Lin Fan. In this way, there is no need to worry about Muranzhu and the other 2 escaping. Lin Fan, most of these zombies are still ordinary zombies. I think we can use them to practice. What do you think? Liu Feng encouraged him seriously. For you young people, accumulating combat experience is also a very important thing. The richer the combat experience, the more you can have the upper hand when fighting against enemies or zombies in the future. After saying this, Liu Feng was ready for Lin Fan to nod and agree without hesitation. However, Lin Fan's answer almost made him lose his breath. Master Liu, although most of these zombies are ordinary zombies, didn't you say before? If we encounter a large number of zombies, we don't need to fight them, we can just drive away from here, Lin Fan said quickly. Besides, there is a town behind this service area. If we fight with this group of zombies, the noise we create may attract more and more zombies. It will not be so easy to leave at that time, so, Master Liu, I think we should leave here now. It's not too late to accumulate combat experience later. After the voice fell, Lin Fan didn't bother to care about Liu Feng's mental state. He ran back directly. The back view of Lin Fan left Liu Feng stunned. Liu Feng. What the hell, just left? It was completely different from what he imagined. He didn't even wait for his reply before leaving? Damn it. You are lucky. I will definitely find a chance to kill you later. After a slight hesitation, Liu Feng could only curse in his heart. After all, Lin Fan had already run back, and he couldn't possibly chase him and kill him, because Muranzhu and the other 2 would definitely be able to drive faster than him. Suppressing the thought, Liu Feng glanced at the zombies pressing forward, and he no longer hesitated, and also ran back. Chapter 270 Arrival at the base. Muranzhu, Muranshan and Li Zihan also saw a larger group of zombies pouring into the service area. Our luck is too bad, isn't it? We just came here to rest and we encountered so many zombies coming to watch, Muranshan complained. Watching? Muranzhu and Li Zihan were originally quite serious, but when they heard Muranshan say this, they couldn't help laughing. Maybe it's not our bad luck, but that person's bad luck, which led to so many zombies coming, Li Zihan said. Yes, Sister Zihan is right. Our luck has always been good. It's impossible that we have turned bad luck. It must be that guy's bad luck that dragged us down. Muranshan nodded her head quickly. But we can't stay here now. Lin Fan is already calling us to get in the car. Let's go. Muranzhu's eyes were fixed on Lin Fan. She saw that when Lin Fan ran towards them, he was gesturing to them to get in the car. Well, let's go. Muranshan and Li Zihan nodded. The 3 girls quickly ran towards the RV. Lin Fan and the others went to the entrance of the RV. Lin Fan opened the door and said, there is a town behind this service area. These zombies should have come from that town. If we continue to fight this group of zombies, we may attract more zombies later. It is better to leave here first, so there is a town behind the service area. I was wondering where so many zombies came from in the wilderness. Muranshan suddenly understood. Well, get in the car, Lin Fan called out. Muranzhu, Murin Shan and Li Zihong got on the car without delay. Liu Feng also ran in this direction. He thought the three girls didn't want to take his car, but he could take Lin Fan's car. In this way, wouldn't he be able to get closer to the three girls? Besides, driving alone is really boring. Why not have a beautiful woman to chat with to relieve boredom? Thinking of this, Liu Feng was about to ask Lin Fan to wait for him. As a result, before he could finish his words, Lin Fan took the lead and said, "Master Liu, we'll get in the car first. Go back to your car and drive. We'll wait for you to lead the way." As soon as he finished speaking, Lin Fan turned around and went back to the car without caring whether Liu Feng wanted to respond or not, and closed the door tightly. Liu Feng was so angry that he clenched his fists tightly together. He wanted to beat Lin Fan up. No, beating him up once would not make him feel better. He wanted to beat him up 10 or 100 times to make him feel better. Especially when Lin Fan said that he would wait for him to lead the way, it made him feel like he had become a guide. Although leading the way was indeed his job, it sounded so unpleasant and hateful when Lin Fan said it. Roar. However, at this time, the zombie army behind him had already caught up, and Liu Feng could not argue with Lin Fan about this issue. He could only rush past the RV and return to his car. After sitting in the driver's seat, Liu Feng started the car without delay and set off immediately. Seeing Liu Feng's car moving, Lin Fan naturally did not hesitate and followed closely behind Liu Feng's car. Although the zombie army's moving speed was not slow, it was still a long way behind the speed of the car, and it was impossible to catch up. Therefore, after a while, the two cars successfully left the zombie army behind. But with what happened just now, Lin Fan and others kept driving on the highway for the next period of time. Even when Liu Feng stopped to ask them if they wanted to find a place to rest, they said there was no need to rest. This made Liu Feng even more depressed. His purpose was certainly not to rest, but to find an opportunity to get rid of Lin Fan. But when he asked, Lin Fan answered him while sitting in the car, and even didn't open the door for him, so he had no chance to get into the RV. When he thought of the sturdiness of the RV, he felt deeply powerless. Damn it. It seems that there is no chance to get rid of that kid on the road, Liu Feng cursed angrily while driving. If Lin Fan didn't get out of the RV, he really couldn't find a chance to deal with Lin Fan. After all, with his strength, he couldn't force the door of the RV. In this case, he could only find a chance to deal with Lin Fan later. In the following time, they didn't stop to rest, and kept driving. 5 hours later, the car drove off the highway. I'm afraid that all the zombies in Bei'an City have been cleared out by them. Murinzu looked ahead and found that she didn't see even a single zombie in her sight. Probably not, Lin Fan shook his head and said, although we don't see zombies now, you know, a city has so many people. When humans evolve, zombies will also evolve. It's definitely not a simple matter for them to get rid of the zombies in a city. Moreover, these zombies will move along the sound when they hear it. The Qinglong gang has a large number of people. I think they should use this to make sounds to lure away most of the zombies. In fact, Lin Fan's guess was right. The Qinglong gang really used this method to lure away most of the zombies in the city, which led to a sharp decrease in the number of zombies in the city. No matter what, the zombie army is the theme of the Doomsday. If you want to quickly eliminate the zombies, it will definitely be an unprecedented event, and it will take decades to do it. Brother Lin Fan, if it is true as you said, they made noises to lure the zombies away, then when the zombie tide breaks out, will there be more than 5 million, or even tens of millions of zombies coming to surround a city at once? Murin Shan asked curiously. This possibility is not impossible, but the probability of it happening is still very small, especially with a zombie tide of 10 million. It's terrifying to think about it. Lin Fan smiled lightly and said, with a zombie tide of 10 million, how many evolved zombies would there be? Such a huge zombie tide would be a devastating disaster for any city, and no city could resist it. That's right, among the 10 million zombies, the number of evolved zombies should be at least 10,000. Murin Shan tilted her head and said, according to the proportion, it is estimated to be about the same. Lin Fan nodded. However, he was also thinking that if he really encountered such a huge zombie tide, he might be able to pick up quite a lot of attributes. As long as he could survive among the zombies, his strength would improve by leaps and bounds after picking up the attributes. Of course, this idea was just a thought, and it was unknown how difficult it would be to actually realize it. During the chat, another half an hour passed quickly. A majestic base that rose from the ground slowly appeared in the side of Lin Fan and his companions. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 271, Amnesty. Oh my god. The base of the Qinglong Gang is so luxurious. Seeing the huge base in front of her, even Murin Sham couldn't help but spit out a fragrance. She never thought that the base of the Qinglong Gang would be so huge and so magnificent. If she had to describe it, she could only think of the level of the ancient imperial palace. Of course, she didn't know what the inside was like, but from the outside, it did have a feeling of imperial palace style. Lin Fan's eyes narrowed slightly and said, "This can also show from the side that the Qinglong Gang is indeed very powerful. To build such a base, it is absolutely impossible to do it in a short time without sufficient human and material resources. Yes, it takes so many people and so many days to build it. The Qinglong Gang is really rich." Murin Shan curled her lips. While talking, two cars quickly drove to the gate of the Qinglong Gang base. The people guarding the gate were attracted by the RV. It was the first time they saw such an RV, so they were naturally very curious. The guard walked to the front of the gate and asked who the visitor was according to the rules. Liu Feng opened the car window, his eyes fell on the guard, and said, "It's me. The people in the car behind are from the Li family. I am ordered by the gang leader to bring them to this trade fair." "Okay, Master Liu," the guard nodded. Then, he asked the other two to open the door. Liu Feng stretched out his hand outside the car window and waved, indicating that Lin Fan should just drive and follow him in. The two cars drove into the Qinglong Gang base one after the other. Many people walking in the base were attracted by the RV. "What kind of car is this? It looks too domineering." "Right, it's really domineering. With a car like this, why would you need to be afraid of zombies?" "I'm more curious about who is in the car." Yes, I'm also curious about who is in the car." People who saw the car were discussing it. Lin Fan naturally ignored these voices and continued to drive behind Liu Feng's car. The Qinglong Gang's base covers a large area, and there are several parking lots alone. To be precise, there were originally 3 parking lots, but a 4th parking lot was temporarily added for this trade fair. This 4th parking lot is specially used for outsiders like Lin Fan who do not belong to the Qinglong Gang. Liu Feng led Lin Fan and the other 4 to the 4th parking lot. After finding a parking space and parking the car, Liu Feng got out of the car first and waved to Lin Fan and the others, signaling them to get out as well. "Brother Lin Fan, do you want to take all the things in the car with you?" Murin Shan asked. "Just take the things you carry with you first. Anyway, the car is parked here. You can come and get anything you need at any time," Lin Fan said. "Okay," Murin Shan nodded. "Andy, you stay in the car first, and I'll let you out later when I find a chance." Lin Fan glanced at Andy and said with a faint smile. Andy couldn't speak, but he nodded his dog head at Lin Fan, obviously telling Lin Fan that he understood. After making arrangements, Lin Fan and the other 4 got out of the RV. "You haven't had a good rest after driving for such a long time. I'll take you to the accommodation area to rest first," Liu Feng walked up and said. "Okay, thank you, Hall Master Liu," Lin Fan nodded. This trade fair not only has a parking lot specially prepared for outsiders, but also a special accommodation area. As long as they are not from the Qinglong Gang, they are all arranged in an accommodation area. This accommodation area has buildings and single-family villas. Those who live in buildings are those whose family power is not very strong. Those who live in villas are those whose family power is relatively strong. There is a very sharp contrast between the two. Although some people may feel dissatisfied with this contrast secretly, no one will say it out loud. After all, if they say it out loud, they will not only offend the organizer, the Qinglong Gang, but also offend other family forces. Everyone knows these problems and keeps them to themselves. As the current largest family in Zhonghe province, the Li family undoubtedly lives in a small villa. Moreover, the location of this small villa is also one of the best locations in this accommodation area. Liu Feng brought Lin Fan and the other 3 to the small villa and said, "You can take a rest here first. If you have any questions, you can tell the servants at any time." Yes, the Qinglong Gang specially arranged servants in this small villa. Of course, they are servants, but they also have other functions, that is, they can listen to what the people from these family forces are talking about. After Lin Fan and the other four entered the small villa, Liu Feng did not delay here any longer and turned around and left this place. He still had to find Tian Xiaobing to report the details of this time. Tian Xiaobing was still resting in his own villa today. Liu Feng came to the pavilion and saw Tian Xiaobing as expected. "Deputy gang leader, I'm back," Liu Feng said. "How is it?" Tian Xiaobing asked. "Someone from the Li family came to participate in the trade fair. Who is coming?" Li Xianyun or Li Changjin. Tian Xiaobing had learned about the information of the main members of the Li family, so he naturally knew the names of Li Xianyun and Li Changjin. Neither Li Xianyun and Li Changjin didn't come," Tian Xiaobing replied with a little embarrassment. "Neither of them came." Tian Xiaobing's tone suddenly became a little colder. Hearing Tian Xiaobing's tone change, Liu Feng immediately broke out in a cold sweat and hurriedly said, "Deputy gang leader, Li Xianyun said that they just got rid of the Zhuang family, and many things need him to stay in the family to arrange, and then he needs Li Changjin's assistance, so they can come." After saying this, Tian Xiaobing's face still did not change. Liu Feng quickly added, "But the two of them didn't come, but they asked Li Zihan to come with them." "Li Zihan?" Tian Xiaobing frowned. "Yes, it's Li Zihan. She is Li Changjin's daughter," Liu Feng explained. "Li Changjin only has Li Zihan as a daughter, and he doesn't have a son or anything. Sooner or later, the Li family will be handed over to Li Zihan." Tian Xiaobing thought about it and realized that this matter could not be blamed on Liu Feng. If Li Xianyun and Li Changjin didn't come, with Liu Feng's strength, it would be impossible to force Li Xianyun and Li Changjin to come. Being able to have Li Zihan, the future heir of the Li family, attend the trade fair was not without benefit. "I won't hold you accountable for this matter." Tian Xiaobing waved his hand and changed the subject, asking, "Did you understand the specific information of the Li family and how the Li family got rid of the banker when you went to the Li family this time?" Seeing that Tian Xiaobing did not blame him for not bringing Li Xianyun or Li Changjin, Liu Feng breathed a sigh of relief, feeling as if he had been pardoned. Chapter 272 Report Information. "Deputy gang leader, I didn't learn much about the specific information of the Li family, because after I went there, I met Li Xianyun, and Li Xianyun arranged for me to rest. When they negotiated who would attend the trade fair, we set out to return to the base." Liu Feng didn't dare to say that he went to the Li family and slept on the bed. If he said that, he could imagine how ugly Tian Xiaobing's face would become, and he would be the one who suffered. "It seems that Li Xianyun is still on guard against you. He directly arranged for you to rest, and didn't let you have the opportunity to wander around the Li family." "This is what I guessed," Tian Xiaobing said. "Yes, Li Xianyun, that old fox, is very smart. He must be afraid that I would wander around the Li family and learn more about Li Jia, so he arranged for me to rest." Liu Feng nodded. "Then why did the two families go to war? Do you know?" Tian Xiaobing asked again. "Deputy gang leader, I know about this," Liu Feng said. "What I heard is that Zhuang Fenglin's grandson went out with Li Zihan for training, and had evil thoughts halfway through. However, Li Zihan escaped by luck, but the other people from the Li family who followed him were killed by the Zhuang family. After Li Zihan returned to the Li family, the Li family quickly organized people to attack the Zhuang family. How could the Zhuang family do such a stupid thing?" Tian Xiaobing's eyes condensed slightly, and said, "This really opened my eyes. Our side is growing stronger and stronger, and the Zhuang family did this without considering the consequences. Do they think that the Li family is a soft persimmon that can be bullied at will? It seems to be true." Liu Feng continued. "The Zhuang family thought that even if the Li family knew about this, they would not dare to really start a life and death battle with them, so they were a little careless, and were caught off guard and destroyed by the Li family. Otherwise, with the strength of their two families, if both sides are fully prepared, it is really uncertain who will win and who will lose." "Idiot. The banker is such a big idiot. It's only natural that such an idiot should be eliminated," Tian Xiaobing sneered. "If he were a member of the banker, he would take into account all the situations on their side. How could he do such an impulsive thing? Even if there are still open and secret struggles in secret, they will definitely not make the relationship with the Li family stiff on the surface, and it is even more impossible to cause irreconcilable conflicts with the Li family. Because, in this way, the life and death battle between the two sides will inevitably begin. At that time, how can they deal with them? This is obviously an extremely stupid behavior. Deputy gang leader, I also captured some useful information this time, Liu Feng said in a deep voice. What information? Tian Xiaobing stared into Liu Feng's eyes. Liu Feng said with his eyes fixed on the gate, when I first arrived at the gate of the Li family, the gatekeeper of the Li family asked me who I was. After I told him my identity, I saw that the gatekeeper's face changed with fear. Although he is just a gatekeeper, I observed carefully and he should also be a first-level evolver. This information is well observed. A first-level evolver changed his face with fear after hearing your identity. It is enough to show that the entire Li family is full of fear of us. Otherwise the gatekeeper would never have such a change. Tian Xiaobing smiled faintly, praising Liu Feng. Liu Feng was very happy to receive Tian Xiaobing's praise, even if it was a small praise. How many people from the Li family came this time? Is it just Li Zihan? No one else came with him? Tian Xiaobing asked. A total of 4 came, Liu Feng replied. Who are the other 3 from the Li family? Do they hold any positions in the Li family? Tian Xiaobing asked. Deputy gang leader? The other 3 are not from the Li family. They are not surnamed Li, and they should not hold any positions in the Li family. Liu Feng shook his head. If they are not surnamed Li and are not from the Li family, then why did they come with Li Zihan? Tian Xiaobing frowned slightly. I don't know about this either, but those 3 people seem to have a high status in Li Xiannian's heart, because I saw that Li Xiannian was very polite to them, Liu Feng said truthfully. This was indeed the actual situation he saw. He could clearly feel Li Xiannian's politeness to Lin Fan from Li Xiannian's tone and attitude. Are the 3 of them very strong? Tian Xiaobing's eyes flashed with doubt. Li Xiannian is a level 3 evolver. Those who can be treated politely by Li Xiannian are probably not that simple. No, the 3 of them are 1 man and 2 women. The man is about 20 years old. The 2 women are sisters. The elder sister is also 20 years old, and the younger sister is about 16 or 17 years old, Liu Feng explained. I have tested their strength, and they are only the strength of level 1 evolvers. How can the strength of level 1 evolvers be treated like this by Li Xiannian? Tian Xiaobing became more and more confused. Deputy gang leader, I've thought about this carefully. I think it's because they have a good relationship with Li Zihan. Li Zihan is Li Xiannian's only granddaughter, and the future heir of the Li family. She's also a good friend of Li Zihan. Li Xiannian can't be so arrogant, Liu Feng said. Well, it makes sense to say that. Maybe they have a good relationship with Li Zihan, or maybe they helped Li Zihan before. Tian Xiaobing nodded. Yes, Liu Feng said, I have arranged them in the accommodation area now. Deputy gang leader, do you have any other instructions? Not yet. Tian Xiaobing took a deep breath and said solemnly, there are still 2 days before the trade fair begins. There must be no mistakes in our work during these 2 days. Otherwise, if the gang leader is dissatisfied, none of us will have a good ending. So, you must also strengthen patrols around the base during these 2 days. The trade fair must be held safely. You know, the gang leader wants to take advantage of this trade fair to understand the overall situation of Zhonghe, and also to see who may be willing to join us. Those who are willing to join, let them join when the time comes. Those who are unwilling to join, it's not too late to consider other things. Winning without fighting is the greatest means of victory. The deputy gang leader is right. I will pay attention to the patrol issues around the base in the next 2 days. Please rest assured, deputy gang leader, Liu Feng promised. As the leader of the Qinglong gang, he is mainly responsible for the security issues around the base here. It was just that he was temporarily arranged to observe the situation in the urban area of Zhonghe some time ago. The trade fair is about to start, so he should naturally return to his essential work. Otherwise, as Tian Xiaobing said, if something goes wrong, no one will suffer. Chapter 273 Take MD out. The trade fair held by the Qinglong gang did invite all the big and small families in Zhonghe province. Lin Fan and his 3 companions could clearly see many people walking around in the accommodation area in the villa. Except for the members of the Qinglong gang, the rest were all people arranged by the families to attend the trade fair. However, most of them lived in buildings, and there were only 10 separate small villas in total. This also meant that in the eyes of the Qinglong gang, there were at most 10 families in the entire Zhonghe province that they could treat with a little respect. Lin Fan did not know who lived in the other 9 villas. He sat in the living room for a while, and when he saw that it was getting dark, he got up and walked out. Lin Fan, where are you going? Muringzu asked when she saw Lin Fan was going out. It's getting dark now. I plan to go see Andy, and then find a chance to take it outside the base. After all, it's not very comfortable to keep it locked in the car all the time, Lin Fan said. Andy had indeed spent quite a while in the car. Humans and dogs have emotions. Humans who stay in a confined space for too long will become depressed, and so will dogs. Brother Lin Fan, I'll go with you, Shan pleaded. You should stay in the villa, and let Andy go out quietly. The more people there are, the more targets there are, and the easier it is to be discovered by others. I'll be back soon. Lin Fan smiled faintly and rejected Shan's request. The Qinglong Gang base has a large population. Even though many people are arranged to work outside, there are still quite a few people in the base at this moment. What's more, there are still many outsiders. If they go too many people, it is indeed easy for others to discover them. Okay, Shan nodded helplessly in agreement. I'll go first, Lin Fan greeted, and then walked out of the villa without stopping. As expected, there were indeed people from the Qinglong Gang monitoring and managing outside the villa. As soon as he came out, he noticed that someone was watching him in secret. Since he was going to let Andy out of the base, he definitely couldn't let anyone watch him. Otherwise, the person watching him would report Andy's presence to Liu Feng without a doubt. The person watching him was arranged by Liu Feng, no need to guess. Moreover, this was the Qinglong Gang base, and he couldn't kill the person who was following and watching him without anyone noticing, otherwise he wouldn't be able to find a place to dispose of the body. After thinking about it, Lin Fan decided to walk around the accommodation area first, and then use his speed to get rid of the person who was watching him, and then hurry up to finish the work. I believe that the person who was watching him would not have the face to report to Liu Feng after being thrown away by him, and Liu Feng would definitely deal with him. With this decision, Lin Fan's eyes flashed with a smile, and he began to walk to the left. The person watching didn't dare to follow too closely. If he got too close and was discovered by Lin Fan, the surveillance work would not be able to continue. Lin Fan took advantage of this and walked quickly between the buildings and villas in the accommodation area. In less than 5 minutes, he completely got rid of the person who was watching him. Of course, it took him 5 minutes because he couldn't get rid of it too obviously. Otherwise, with his speed, he could get rid of the person who was watching him in a blink of an eye. The reason why it took 5 minutes was to confuse the other party and make him think that he didn't know someone was watching him, so that he wouldn't be too suspicious after being thrown off. It must be said that Lin Fan's consideration was very correct. After the person who was watching him lost Lin Fan, he stood there and thought for a while, and finally decided not to report it to Liu Feng. He knew Liu Feng's temper very well. If Liu Feng knew that he couldn't even watch a person in such a small area as the accommodation area, he would definitely be punished by Liu Feng. He just thought that Lin Fan went out for a walk and would be back soon. After all, this is the base of the Qinglong Gang, and he thought that Lin Fan would not cause trouble. After getting rid of the person who was watching him, Lin Fan quickly came to the parking lot. Compared with other places in the base of the Qinglong Gang, the parking lot can be described as quiet. The whole parking lot seemed very quiet, because no one ran to the parking lot to wander around when they had nothing to do. Besides, it was almost 10 o'clock in the evening, and some people who liked to go to bed early had gone to rest. Lin Fan glanced around and quickly locked onto his modified RV. He walked over and looked around again. After he was 100% sure that there was no one else around, he opened the door and got in. Andy, Lin Fan called out after entering the car, but he didn't see Andy. This surprised him. The doors were locked and the windows couldn't be opened. Where did Andy go? Just as he was pondering this question, Andy suddenly ran out of the toilet at the back of the car. Good guy, he just went to the toilet. Lin Fan squatted down, reached out and touched Andy's head, and said, "Come on, I'll take you out, otherwise it will be too boring for you to stay in the car alone." Andy understood what Lin Fan meant and nodded happily. A man and a dog walked out of the RV. Lin Fan whispered, "This base is surrounded by walls. We have to climb over the wall to get out. Go to the left after you leave the parking lot. When there is no one, you can follow me. When there are people, you can act according to the situation. Run as fast as you can. Just run to a place where there is no one and wait for me to come to find you." Andy nodded his head again. Seeing that Andy understood what he meant, Lin Fan waved his hand and said, "Let's go." As soon as the voice fell, Lin Fan walked in front and Andy quickly followed behind him. At first, they walked a section of the road where there was no one, but soon people gradually walked around. Lin Fan gave Andy a look and told Andy to act according to the situation. Andy was always vigilant and observed the surroundings. He used the fastest speed to shuttle through when others were not paying attention. When he reached a place where there was no one, he stopped and waited for Lin Fan. In any case, Andy was not very big, the target of action was small, and the burst speed was fast. When running alone, it was indeed not easy to attract people's attention. Lin Fan did not delay, walked through the crowd normally, and soon reunited with Andy. The place where he wanted to take Andy out of the base was located to the east of their accommodation area, according to the direction. This was not a random location he picked. It was not like when he was on the roof of the villa before. He carefully observed and found that the wall closest to the villa was the weakest, guarded by the Qinglong gang. Therefore, letting Andy go out from there was obviously the most reliable choice. One person and one dog continued to move forward. After about 10 minutes, the speed of moving forward gradually slowed down. Chapter 274 Arrangement of 8 people. 3 guards. We have to climb over the wall when they are not paying attention. Lin Fan looked at the wall carefully and found that there were 3 people on the Qinglong list patrolling in the area of the wall. Although there were only 3 people here, it is worth mentioning that the distance between these 3 people was not close. This means that it would be difficult for him to take down these 3 people. After all, shooting is not an option, because the noise is too loud and it will instantly attract more people's attention. And close combat is even more difficult to achieve. When one person is dealt with, the other 2 are likely to find out. Then, we can only observe and see if these 3 people are careless. Taking advantage of their carelessness and not paying attention, finding the right opportunity to take Andy out is the safest way. After observing for about 3 minutes, Lin Fan quickly found the loopholes of these 3 people. Although these 3 people are responsible for guarding here, because it will be night, and this is the base of the Qinglong gang, they think no one dares to come here to commit crimes, so they are actually very lax in the process of guarding. For example, at this time, the one on the far left already looked drowsy, as if he was about to fall asleep while standing. Lin Fan could completely ignore this person, as he couldn't even concentrate, let alone see him and Andy leaving the city. As for the one on the right, he spent almost all his time staring in another direction, rarely paying attention to the front direction. Maybe he felt that there were 2 people watching him from the front, so he felt more at ease. After comprehensive analysis, the trouble that Lin Fan had to solve was basically the person in the middle. This person's mental state had always been relatively focused, and he was not distracted. However, this was only a matter of time. Lin Fan believed that as long as he waited patiently, this person would inevitably be distracted. Therefore, what he had to do now was to wait with Andy, and when the person in the middle was distracted, they could take action. After waiting for about 5 minutes, Lin Fan finally got a chance. The person guarding in the middle stood on the city wall and looked down. I don't know if he was attracted by something under his feet. Then, he squatted down. Andy, let's go, rush to the wall, and then I'll carry you up. Lin Fan's eyes fixed, and he greeted Andy. Andy nodded his head, and without hesitation, he rushed to the wall with Lin Fan. The speed of the man and the dog was at its peak at this time. In less than 10 seconds, Lin Fan and Andy arrived at the wall. Lin Fan gave Andy a look, and Andy understood, and jumped into Lin Fan's arms. Lin Fan held Andy with one hand, and used his hands and feet to climb up the wall. In a blink of an eye, Lin Fan and Andy were on the wall. At this moment, the man in the middle was still squatting on the ground, but when he heard the sound, he reacted. Just as he was about to look up to check the situation, Lin Fan had already slapped him on the back of his head. Lin Fan's slap was very well controlled, which would not kill the other party, but also make the other party faint completely. Moreover, when the other party fainted, he didn't even have time to lift his head. In other words, he didn't even see Lin Fan's appearance clearly. After knocking the man unconscious, Lin Fan looked around and noticed that the people on both sides were still not looking over here. Lin Fan smiled faintly, without any delay, holding Andy, hanging on the edge of the outer wall with one hand, then jumped down and landed steadily on the ground. Putting Andy down from his body, Lin Fan took Andy and ran forward for a distance. After making sure that he was out of the observation range of the Qinglong gang's city wall, he was completely relieved. Okay, Andy, you can play outside these days. I don't know exactly how many days we will be delayed inside, but 3 to 5 days will definitely be delayed. From the 3rd day, you can go to the factory over there from time to time. We will wait for you in that factory after we come out. Lin Fan pointed to an abandoned factory not far ahead, then looked at Andy and asked, "Do you understand what I mean?" Andy nodded and answered Lin Fan. It understood. "It's okay to understand. Then you go. I'll go back first. Otherwise, if we delay for too long, Xiao Shen and the others will be worried," Lin Fan said. Andy nodded again, without further delay, turned around, ran forward, and soon disappeared from Lin Fan's sight. Andy is a mutated evolutionary creature, and being active outside will help it to improve its breakthrough. Maybe Andy's strength will be further improved in a few days. After seeing Andy leave, Lin Fan retracted his gaze and returned to the original path. He watched for a while under the city wall outside. The man in the middle was still fainted, the man on the left seemed to have fallen asleep, and the man on the right also began to feel drowsy. The three people would no longer be a threat to him, so he naturally had nothing to worry about. He rushed to the city wall, stepped quickly on the city wall, climbed up the city wall in a few seconds, and jumped down the city wall at an even faster speed. The whole action was smooth and perfect. Back to the Qinglong Gang base, Lin Fan quickly left the area and walked slowly towards the accommodation area. But halfway through, he suddenly heard the sound of two people talking. "Master Liu asked us to send more people to keep an eye on the villa where the Li family lives, but isn't that too many?" one person asked. "How many people did they ask us to send?" another person asked. 7, plus the one before, a total of 8. They said they want to keep an eye on all sides of the villa to prevent the people in the villa from coming out through the main gate, the previous person said. 8 people watching, the other person sighed after hearing this. "This is indeed too many. We have been short of manpower these 2 days for the trade fair, and we are sending 8 people to watch a villa. I don't know what Master Liu is thinking. Yeah, the villa is in our Qinglong Gang base. Do the people in the villa dare to cause trouble in the Qinglong Gang base? Then what do you plan to do?" "What can I do?" Master Liu gave an order. "How could I dare to disobey it?" At this point, the man hurriedly reminded, "By the way, I am just complaining to you in private, don't tell anyone about it. If it gets to Master Liu's ears, I'll be dead. Don't worry, how could I tell anyone about this kind of thing? I promise you, only the two of us know about it. Well, let's go, let's not talk about it anymore. I have to go and select the people." Lin Fan heard every word of the conversation between the two clearly. Chapter 275, Can Make Friends. The two of them naturally didn't know that their conversation had been heard by Lin Fan, and they quickly left the area to do what they were supposed to do. "Arranging 8 people to keep an eye on us, this Liu Feng is really willing to spend a lot of money." Lin Fan raised a hint of sarcasm at the corner of his mouth. The villa they lived in was not very large in total, but they had to arrange 8 people to keep an eye on all directions. Isn't this a big expense? However, fortunately, he had just found an opportunity to send Andy out of the base. Otherwise, when the 8 people arranged by Liu Fen came to keep an eye on them, there might not be a chance to send Andy away. In the villa, although it was already late, Muran Zhu, Muran Shan and Li Zihan did not rest, and were still sitting on the sofa in the living room waiting for Lin Fan. Muran Shan glanced outside the door with her beautiful eyes and said, "Brother Lin Fan has been gone for so long, why hasn't he come back yet? Did he run into any trouble?" "Don't worry, Lin Fan is more cautious than the rest of us. Even if he really runs into any trouble, he can solve it." Muran Zhu analyzed, "It's easy to take Andy out of the parking lot, but it's still difficult to take Andy out of the base. After all, there must be people guarding the walls of this base, and Lin Fan has to spend time looking for the weakest area of guard." Muran Zhu had a clear understanding of Lin Fan's personality, and she guessed that this would be the procedure for Lin Fan to take Andy out tonight. "Well, Sister Zhu is right. Even the areas around our family are guarded, not to mention the base here. The guards will be stricter. It will definitely take a while for Lin Fan to take Andy out, but you don't have to worry, Xiao Shan, he will definitely come back safely." Li Zihan followed up. Hearing the two of them say this, Muran Shan felt much more at ease. The main reason was that she was a little bored at the moment. Usually, when she was in the car, she could still play with Andy, but in this villa, she couldn't even play. Just then, footsteps were heard outside the door. The three of them all looked towards the door. As expected, they saw Lin Fan. "We were still talking about it, but you're back now." Muran Zhu and Li Zihan looked at each other, and a smile flashed across their faces. Lin Fan walked into the room and said with a smile, "There are people guarding the city wall, which delayed us a little. He knew that Murinzu and the other two would definitely be worried about him. Brother Lin Fan, we all guessed it, Murin Shan chuckled. Andy has been successfully sent out by me, Lin Fan nodded. Then Brother Lin Fan, where can we find Andy then? Murin Shan asked. This question was obviously also a question that Murinzu and Li Zihan were curious about. I have already made an agreement with Andy. Starting from 3 days later, I will let it go to an abandoned factory not far from the base from time to time to have a look. We will wait for it there then, Lin Fan said. Why 3 days later? Murin Shan asked. Because I'm not sure how many days we will have to delay this trade fair, but I think it should be 3 days. After all, there are still 2 days before the trade fair starts. At least we have to attend the trade fair for 1 day, right? Lin Fan smiled faintly. The 3 girls nodded. Also, when I came back, I happened to hear a piece of news, Lin Fan said. What news? The 3 girls focused their attention on Lin Fan again. That Liu Feng originally arranged 1 person to watch us outside this villa, but now, he has to increase 7 people, a total of 8 people to watch our villa, Lin Fan pondered. 8, Murinzu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan all showed expressions of shock and disbelief. They said they fully understood that 1 person was arranged to watch them. But was it too much to arrange 8 people to watch them? There were only 4 of them in total, and Liu Feng directly arranged 8 people, 2 to watch 1. He really looked up to them. 8 people, 8 directions, 1 in each direction, Lin Fan said with a smile. Even I have to wonder if Liu Feng is worried that we have destroyed the things in this villa and that we will run away without compensation. Puff. As soon as these words came out, the astonishment on the faces of the 3 girls was broken, and they laughed. Brother Lin Fan, I will deliberately remove a floor tile tomorrow to see if they will come to trouble us, Murin Shan said. This was just a joke made by Lin Fan, and Murinzu and the other 2 naturally would not take it seriously. However, it is worth emphasizing that Liu Feng did push them too hard. With 8 people watching us, we don't have to go out before the trade fair starts, we just need to stay in the villa and wait, Lin Fan said. That's too boring, right? Murin Shan made a bitter face. Then what do you want to do? Lin Fan asked. Can't you go and get to know a few more people? Murin Shan tilted her head and said, Brother Lin Fan, think about it, they are watching us secretly, but they won't let us know blatantly. We should do what we should do and not cause trouble, right? We stay in the villa every day, maybe they will suspect that we know they have arranged people to watch us. Zio Shan, you are quite good at analysis now, Lin Fan praised and said, what you said makes sense. They are secretly monitoring and it is impossible for them to run out openly. Then, we should do whatever we should do in the next 2 days. It is not impossible to make new friends. While speaking, Lin Fan looked at Li Zihan and said, the news that the Zhuang family was eliminated, I estimate that it has spread throughout Zhonghe province. All the big and small family forces should know about it. Then, the Li family is now the largest family in Zhonghe province. You are the future heir of the Li family. If you show up in person, I think many family forces will make friends with you and establish good relations with you. It may be a good thing for your Li family to know more about other family forces in Zhonghe province in the future. After all, there will be conflicts between the Qinglong gang and the Li family sooner or later. We don't ask these family forces to help your Li family, but as long as they don't stand up to add insult to injury and don't stand on the side of the Qinglong gang to help. What Lin Fan said was completely considered from the perspective of the future of the Li family. After hearing what Lin Fan said, Li Zihan benefited a lot and said, okay, I will go to make some friends tomorrow. Well, just make normal friends, don't involve other topics. Of course, it's okay to talk about the trade fair, Lin Fan smiled slightly. Okay, Li Zihan nodded. It's getting late, let's all go to rest, Lin Fan said, and then walked back to the room. Murinzu, Murin Shan and Li Zihan did not delay and went back to their rooms to rest. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone, see you in the next video.